Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, genuine lovers of rugby league. Triple M, in association with the Australian Rugby League, the New South Wales Rugby League, the New South Wales Country Rugby League, the Queensland Rugby League, the Queensland Country Rugby League, the National Rugby League, and last but not least, the Papua New Guinea Rugby League presents Throw 'em Wayhead. A Four Nations Test match that pits the proven might of Australian Rugby League against the emerging ambition of a nation steeped in the slash and burn head-hunting tradition of Papua New Guinea, a land of spear throwing, axe-wielding, cannibal-loving hunter-gatherers with a passion for mindless violence and a penis-gored bone through the nose love of rugby league, the national sport of this wild and lawless paradise we call Papua New Guinea. Throw 'em Wayhead is an afternoon where Reggae Rugby League is put in the shop window of world sport. So settle back, Australia, and savour the prospect of this magnificent collision of cultures. And now, let's cross over to those two ambassadors of Kumul Rugby League who have seen the flowering of the new style of rugby league that is forcing a root and branch re-examination of the very philosophy of the world's most explosive code. Port Moresby's Mr. Rugby League, rampaging Roy Slaven, and the King of Kokoda, the #1 rascal, H.G. Nelson. Are you there, H.G.?
Yes, welcome again to Parramatta Stadium for this Four Nations clash between the Kangaroos and the Kumuls. I'm joined on the sideline by a man who's virtually nude this afternoon, save a big gourd round the donga. Roy Slaven, welcome to Parramatta Stadium. Now, before the break, we were just going through some of the stars of the Kumuls lineup, who are here, as you pointed out, both looking for contracts, playing in a shop window on the highest level, and also auditioning as a unit for a rugby league side in the NRL in coming years. Just take us through some of the players you think we should be keeping an eye on this afternoon.
Oh, okay, well, there have been very big raps, actually, on Menzies Yeri.
Yes.
Menzies Yeri is an incredibly aggressive player. Very much an old-fashioned style player. I mean, you've only got to half close your eyes and look at Menzies Yeri, actually, and you can see how rugby league was played in New Guinea, let's say, 3,000 or 4,000 BC. It's a most uncompromising style. To a lesser extent, too, I'm looking forward to seeing Charlie Wabo and, of course, Paul Ayton and David Loco. And David Loco, of course, is a pig farmer from the southern highlands of New Guinea, actually. Most uncompromising. He spent most of his time tackling pigs throughout his life, and we'll see that pig tackling style applied to International Rugby League, I think, for the very first time.
And that leads on to an interesting point. In some of the media build-up, you've been at pains to point out what I call the rather slim pay, as we now see some of the sections of the crowd, or at least I hope people at home are seeing some of the sections of the excited crowd.
They are, aren't they?
They're not at all, the spirits aren't dampened. They've got their ponchos on and they're wearing footy jumpers, as you'd expect. And it's looking as though it's going to be an afternoon, an afternoon of classical two styles of rugby league.
Yes.
The explosive, stones, axes, bones through the nose, penis gourd style of the visitors up against the more, more sober style.
Australian style.
What I was trying to get to though before, which is you were at pains in your columns and media, articles and media build up to the match to point out how little some of these players earned.
Yeah, I know.
Can you give us an idea? Can you set that out? Can I tease you out on that?
Okay. Well, I'm going to set this, HG, in the context of the Australian dollar at the moment, which at the moment, when I last looked, was riding at 98.17 US cents. So the Australian dollar is pretty strong at the moment. So if we look at if we try to describe their wages in terms of Australian dollars, it comes down as this. For example, David Loco, whom I referred to before, the pig farmer, he survives on a very solid income of roughly, when he plays rugby league, 67 cents per game. So that gives you a bit of an idea, and he's one of the better paid of the Kumul team. I think Menzies Yeri has earned a grand total so far for the Kumuls, and I think this might be his 15th appearance for the Kumuls. He's already earned, I think, in his bank account is $3.79. So that gives you a bit of a... We're talking a different world here.
We are.
SG.
We are.
Totally
We're talking
different
people who play for the passion, it's the number one sport in Papua New Guinea.
Yep.
Whatever you want, there you can't, as we now see the teams coming through from the rooms. If you want to do anything, you need to involve rugby league.
Yeah.
Played for almost from birth.
Yes.
Unlike in Australia, acquired and seen as a lucrative early start to a career, say in the media, Lewis, Peter Sterling, etc.
Or in
on
property development.
Property development, perfect.
I mean, these Australian players are millionaires. Let's face it. In comparison, they are millionaires. Full stop. If they look at, if their husbandry of their income is done decently. Now look at these New Guineans, HG. Look at them, this houseman system they've got, where they all get together and arms over the shoulders. Here they are. It's them against the world. Look at them. They're driven. They're here. They've come a hell of a long way. And I'm pleased, HG, to say that their strapping, their socks and their shorts arrived. They disappeared there for a little while.
What did you make of that dispute? As I understand it, there's been a whip round mainly in the Ipswich area, and they've got the jumpers or the borrowed jumpers.
Well, just about all wearing the same jumpers as well, actually. You'll see the odd variation there because they didn't have enough jumpers to cover the whole team.
And what is the dispute about? It involved the sacking of Adrian Lamb,
yes,
and the arrival with the witch's hat of Janae, the new coach.
Stanley Janae, yeah.
Stanley Janae.
Well, I think all their gear was sent to Lamb's mob, Adrian Lamb's mob, and they didn't want to send it on because they weren't guaranteed. They couldn't. They felt they wouldn't be paid the postage to send it on to Stanley Janae. It's one of you're dealing with political issues, New Guinea style, HG.
And when these players, as we now see some terrific pictures coming through from the rooms, when you see these players, you've got to understand that very few of them have been on a plane. Can I kind of phrase here, they scared the shit out of them going on a plane?
They had in the plane. A couple of them were really worried, HG. They didn't know what was going on. They could understand it philosophically and, intellectually. This big metal thing is going to go into the air. But when you put it in the context that, well, you're going to be sitting in it while it doesn't, that's the bit that worries them.
This is Bone Through Nose, Gourd on Slug, and an axe at the back door. It's Commonwealth Rugby League on Triple M.
And Roy, one of the weird things, there's so many stories connected with Commonwealth Rugby League, is that a lot of the players had to learn to eat with a knife and fork. That obviously at home they don't eat with a knife and fork, they just pick it up and chew.
That's right.
I mean, actually, I've got to say, half the time I pick it up and chew, especially if I'm eating a pie at the football.
Yeah, so I've seen you eating sandwiches. Now, the thing is, you've got to apply a sandwich to whatever's in front of you. So if it's lamb chops and, say, mashed pumpkin and potato and peas, you see it as a sandwich. You put the two chops together, you whack the other stuff in between, and in you go. Simple as that. It's an effective way of eating, HG. I mean, let's face it. Human societies went for thousands of years before the invention of the knife and fork.
Indeed, they got the chopsticks first.
Yes.
Then it took them a while to invent a spoon.
That's right.
I was going to say one of the other interesting aspects today, international rules, of course, Roy, with Four Nations Rugby League, and the referee this afternoon, dare I say it, is a New Zealander. Very worrying, a New Zealander. Only one referee. Yeah. I'm not sure who's in the box alongside us here in front of the video screen, in front of the Samsung. Yeah. I just hope it's somebody with some, idea of how to turn it on and tune it to the correct channel.
Yes.
To the rugby league pictures, because that is, I know a lot of people have sat in front of that screen and pretended they're looking at something. They press the button, ref's call. Yes. A lot of the time because they can't get the thing to work.
Well, that's right. Harrigan for a start. Yeah, hopeless Harrigan.
Now, who is the referee? And I saw you...
Oh, look, I came across his name.
Isn't it a chap called Stem, I think?
Stem. Okay, what, Charlie Stem?
Charlie Stem. And I was going to say, did I see you talking to him earlier?
I did. I hurled some abuse at him because I knew he was a New Zealander and I knew he was a referee, so, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I said, Charlie, how long are you here? He said, my name's not Charlie. I said, it is to me. It is to me.
Now, has he come to blow? You know how some of these international referees, you see this time and time again in that other code, which we can't mention, people wanting to big note themselves on the tweet. Yeah. I don't want to see that. I want to see somebody who comes out here and lets it go. If axes are involved, if big stones are involved, we want to see them out here. We don't want them sent off for that sort of rubbish because that's what would happen. Yeah. I mean, the stones and the axes not being sent off, that's the sort of thing that would happen in Lae, in Moresby, in Goroka, in Mount Hagen, top of the Seapick River, all those great for Bougainville. Yeah. I mean, that's the culture we're dealing with. We're dealing with the football culture.
That's exactly right, HG. Look, It's fair to say that there's a different philosophical attitude towards abuse or otherwise of the head. Now, we've become very sanitised with our rugby league here in Australia, HG. You know, headhunting, going out there and smashing someone in the head, is frowned upon in our game and has been. You know, head-high tackles have been outlawed for some time. Now, not so in other parts of the world. In some parts of the world, you know, smashing someone with the head is absolutely legitimate. Now, it's very hard then for some players to make these adjustments to their tackling style because it's bred into them. If you see a head, give it a whack. If it's on the ground, give it a kick. You know, it's very, very normal. That's often the way rugby league is played. Now, I hope that this Charlie Stim character isn't going to be pedantic when it comes to the head. You know, when it comes, I don't want him blowing the Kummels away for a little bit of light head work. But on the other side, I hope he stamps on whatever Watmo gets up to.
Well, I entirely agree. Stein, you know, he's got a slim grasp of the rules. I don't want to see forward passes. No. I don't want to see a lot of, you know, technical
stuff.
Technical.
Yeah.
Let it go. Now,
Yeah.
two things about
like
it.
knock-ons, little knock-ons in the play the ball. I hate that. Let him just play the bloody ball.
Now, Steam, obviously obstruction is going to be a big problem for Stein.
Yeah.
And Steam, when he gets blowing, he won't stop. That's his trouble.
No, that's his
trouble. The other
trouble.
thing, can I say, is as we get...
we might be getting ready for the national anthems too,
It's
HG.
fantastic.
Would it be the guest nation first, so we're going to get the New Guinean
I'm pretty sure
national
the Papua New
anthem
Guinea...
first?
Oh, the team's hard out there, a bit hard
The
out
boys
there.
are fired up under there. There's Lewis, Luke Lewis,
Lottie
Lottie
Takiri.
Welcome back, Lottie.
And there's a man seeking redemption there, Nate.
Miles.
Pooh in the corridor, Miles. Isn't this a great story? It's a wonderful story, isn't it?
It is. I hope he keeps it in today.
You
hope he doesn't think he's in a hotel there for a minute while he's out there, and next thing you know,
hey,
people are gassed.
Now, the next bit of the puzzle is, obviously, we've got to ask seriously, how are the visitors going to hold the Australians? I mean, are you hopeful that Australians don't score for 10 minutes?
That's what I'm hoping, actually. As I said to the boys when I was talking to the Kummels through a translator, if you can hold the Australians to nothing for 10 minutes, you've won. You've won the game. That's all they've got to do. And if they can somehow snare a penalty for Watmo doing something stupid, and if you're going to take a bet on someone doing something stupid, get some money on Watmo, and they can maybe find someone who can kick goals, and I don't know if they have. I don't know if they've thought about goal kicking. No. They'll make it up on the spot.
They will.
They'll find someone who's prepared to put their hands up and say, I'll have a go. Yeah.
And here's Paul Ayton leading the Kummels out onto the hallowed turf here at Parramatta Stadium. Looks as though he's been here all his life.
Look how proud these boys are.
They're fantastic. They're representing the nation. Everybody in PNG who are taking the Triple M call this afternoon will be watching. They've got 32 million people eyes glued to these very pictures, these magnificent pictures here from Parramatta Stadium. And I just think this is a wonderful occasion. This international rugby league from a country who... This is the national sport in PNG Rugby League.
Yeah. Look at this. Just imagine the pride, HG. And I hope they put those unsightly bits of string around their midriff, their tossle area. I hope they have the presence of mind to tuck that away, because the Australians will take advantage of that. They'll pull those strings.
They will. Now, the other thing is, Roy, when it comes to it, will they? Obviously the PNG side can't leave anything out there.
No, they've got to throw absolutely everything in that first 10 minutes. And that's the thing I would like people, especially young kids, HG, who might be watching rugby league for the first time, to have a look at the passion in the New Guinean defence in that first 3 or 4 minutes. They'll run out of puff after a little while, because they're going to put so much into it in that first 3 minutes. But for that first 3 minutes, can I tell you, actually, these Kangaroos are going to know they're in a game of rugby league. Sure, and make it a little bit lighter towards the end of the game. But this first 3 minutes, that's where the New Guineans the Kummels have got to step up.
Lockie leads the boys out, the Kangaroos out. Cam Smith in the orange boots. Oh, no, it's a tragedy about to happen. Who allowed him to wear the orange boots? As we see the bench players now coming here. Might be Gidley there in the last person out. Obviously, Tonga there on screen. Obviously, Leroy Lars has played against the Papua New Guinea side and found it a most confronting experience.
He did. He couldn't get out of bed for a week.
I know, especially short players belting him around the head.
Yes. He wondered how they got up that high.
That's right. And so now the Australian side, they're grouping up there. Look, they're fired up.
Here's your Houseman system, HG. Everyone has a word. Everyone can shout. Everyone can put in. They've all got their ideas out there about ball security, playing the ball.
When to take shots at goal or play on.
Yes.
40-20 kicks or 20-40 kicks.
Mounting pressure.
Yeah, mounting pressure, yeah, very good. And hasn't the crowd responded, Roy? I mean, there must be one or two people on the far side, away from the card table side here. And here we go. Look, this is the culture.
For the national anthems.
Yeah, here is the national anthem coming up.
The national anthem of Papua New Guinea.
It's
will
fantastic.
be performed by the Papua New Guinea community, led by Sophia Mayer.
It's tremendous, this national anthem. Yes, the Papua New Guinea national anthem, a terrific version of it. I mean,
those bird calls are great, aren't they?
They are. They're the Bird of Paradise calls from the Mountain Hagen area, and tremendously recorded there. Wonderful work there. And can I just say,
by a young Australian artist of Samoan heritage.
Right.
Well, now national anthem.
Yes, this will be a terrific version of it. Look, I always look forward to this moment. The Australian national anthem. It can't be far away now as we cross down for the Australian national anthem here at Paris.
Becomes a man, he must do the best he can to live his life and find his childhood dream. I've had the good times and the bad, but the biggest break I've had was when I found that girl that thought of only me. Thank you for your smile and the love that's in your eyes. And thank you for the heart that's big and true. Thank you for the many things you are, my love. Let me thank you for just being you.
And with the national anthems out of the road, everything is readiness for this Four-Nation clash, the second Four-Nation clash, obviously in front of the Mick Cronin stand between Papua New Guinea and Australia. And Roy, I was just worried about the what I'd call the third one in on the Papua New Guinea lineup. He seemed to have an enormous cast with a lot of plays written on his arm. I just hope the Australians don't read him. Yeah, I know. They're going to hold him down and have a look. Oh, yeah, okay, ball security, big problem. Run on the fourth, etc. And fantastic, this culture. Reminds me so much of a match the Swans put on once to celebrate some aspect of Anzac Day, and they got a lot of the Fuzzy Wuzzy Angels down.
That's right.
With spears and dress up. It was just great. Very similar day.
Yeah, very
similar. A very exciting day.
Yes.
Because you realise we can walk to Papua New Guinea almost.
Yeah, that's right.
Tide.
You can on a low tide.
Yeah. Cape York,
Look at this, HG.
This is a fantastic, sort of a haka. Fantastic. Short version haka. I love it. And now as we get into play now.
I hope they don't go off too quickly. Well, that's their style. They will go off too quickly. But I tell you what, I hope the Papua New Guineans are kicking off, because defence is what I love seeing in the early. Oh no, look, these looks like the Australians are kicking off.
Yeah, they are.
Now, if I was the New Guineans, HG, as soon as I received the ball, I'd be kicking it straight back.
Now,
the Kummels love tackling, actually. They just love tackling.
his Shane Rem it is.
Yeah,
He's changed
Rem.
his name.
That'd be right.
Typical of a New Zealand.
Charlie Rem.
Yeah, no. Ream. He gets the game underway. We're underway. Four Nations Rugby League. Cummels v Kangaroos. The Cummels take it on their line in goal.
Who's
area.
running it up?
Here it comes, the first hit up of the afternoon. Look at this, all that energy going
Easy
into
yardage there for the Cummels, HG.
Very easy yardage. Cummels now getting it out over the 10-metre line.
Very
They're
one
heading up
on. Look
towards
at
the
this.
22.
Look at the drive.
Oh, I know, the little player, a pocket dynamo. Might be their winger there, who is enormously fit and physical. And Paul Ayton with the ball now, it looks like, and he's taken back there by a solid reception committee. The Kangaroos know they're in a game here, even after 3 tackles. We're coming up to the 4th tackle. There's plenty of movement, ball movement. They're trying to keep it alive, Roy.
Yep.
Lovely bit of head high there.
And showing the ball too, HG. Look out for what, Mo?
Here, wide pass. Here's the kick now. Not a huge penetrating kick, but it's not too bad. And well defused.
Now look at this defence, HG. Watch these Cummels come in.
Here we
Here
go.
we
We've got
go.
Slater. Here it
Running
is now.
back. Beautiful work there from the Cummels.
And so the score, if you've just joined at 52 seconds played, 0-0. 0-0. Fide with the ball. He punches it up, taken down there by a Cummel reception committee.
Okay, first minute, they haven't scored.
It's incredible.
It's a triumph for the Cummels.
And they're going to get
Oh, look at this.
That's more like it.
Tight.
Yes. And remember, no one's talking tight. Back it goes to Petro. Big
Petro.
Petro lumbers up.
Look at that. Look what they're doing to
Tremendous
Petro.
defence. They're leaving nothing out there, and they've only played a minute 18. It's incredible. If they come off now, it'll be a win
Forward
to
pass.
Cummel.
That was a forward pass to Nate Miles.
And no Miles.
Keep your trousers on, Miles. No wiping here, son.
And it's a penalty. They pulled a penalty and they held him down in the tackle house. Shocked. Absolutely robbed. There was nothing in that
There was
ring.
nothing in that, HG.
I'd love to see that on replay if we could, but you won't get that
You
from
won't get
9.
that from 9.
Oh, sorry, you will. Sorry. Here they are. Now we
There
can
was
see
nothing in this at all.
No,
They were just
there's
holding
absolutely
Miles
nothing.
down and talking to him a little
very,
bit.
Very rueful there. And so
Yeah,
the Australians go plenty of metres there. Lottie Zakiri flicks the ball into the middle there. And away it comes now back into the middle. Looks like Miles with the ball.
again.
Another hit up. Good defence there from the Cummels.
Chopped his legs right from under him.
Beautiful old-fashioned work there. I think it might have been from Ayton there again, and away it goes over the far side now. There's a big run there coming through, but it's well diffused, well read by the Cummels defence. Now they've got Cam Smith at dummy half. He's going to have a run himself. No, he doesn't decide to pass out wide.
No, this is
And a
looking
bit of-
threatening.
Bit of a run
Lewis,
here.
Luke Lewis, stop him. Good, they have.
Back to Placer, back to Tonga. Tonga now off the pace, decides to see a gap there in Cummel defence, but they're far too quick for Tonga, and they push him back. And now they've reformed the line here. They've set the line deep. Away it comes now, away from the cartel. Here's the kick into the in-goal area.
Well read,
They're gonna have to
Cummels.
defuse
Oh,
that.
no, it might be a try
it can't be
to
a
Slater.
It can't be a try. Cannot be a try.
Now.
No, grounding. Have a look at the grounding. Have a look
I
at the
tell you
grounding.
what, the third umpire, they're going to give this a try. I tell you, they are.
Because-
But I tell you, to the naked eye, it wasn't a try at all.
To the naked eye, it wasn't a try. He basketballed the ball down, and I tell you what, the Australians are, terrified of an early Cummel win here.
Okay, now Slater is onside by the look
Oh,
of
yeah,
it, so we're okay
I'm not
there.
worried about onside or
Now, the
offside.
Cummels appeared to have this covered, It was just a
technical mistake
sad
here.
bounce of the ball.
Well,
that
they
allowed-
just flicked it down. You couldn't say, watch this.
Yeah. Now, look at this. Slater comes through. Has he got control
He
of the
got
ball?
control
I
of
don't
that.
think he's controlled that, HG.
It's gotta be
I'm
no
not
try.
going to give that a try.
No.
I'm going to say, Cummels, you stood up. You withstood the first barrage from Australia. Stand proud.
Yeah, stand proud. And can I point out, if this is given a try, Roy and I are leaving, and we're
Yes.
never, ever going to call. Thanks very much.
Good.
I was going to say, we're never, ever going to call a game of rugby league again.
Exactly.
Back. Tremendous defence there from the Cummels, but they need to be awake. They need to
Yep.
realise that Slater is quick. And if the sooner they kick him in the head, the better.
That's
Actually
right.
come from a restart on the 20. Tap, away it
Okay,
comes.
running it up. Cummels
Yeah.
running it up. I like
That's
this
right.
bloke in the headgear.
I think he's the number 10. He's Money.
That's George
He's a-
Money, yeah.
He's a
The pig
cocoa
farmer?
exporter. The pig farmer
Pig
and cocoa
farmer and...
exporter.
Oh,
they
head
lost the ball.
high tackle there from Lockyer, surely.
Oh no, they're going to play
Well,
that.
no, it was
what's his
Lewis,
name?
I should say.
Yeah. Now that's a bit of a disappointment.
It
there
is a
because
disappointment. That's poor ball security from the Cummels. You'd expect better ball security from the Cummels, but
There
it's
is
very
there,
wet.
and then Ayton dropped the ball.
Well, as a one-on-one strip, really,
but then I
wasn't
reckon the ball went backwards. That's just me, though,
Yeah.
being a Cummel supporter.
Yeah.
And so Australia get the feed in the scrum. Looks to me as a cronk, then goes away, collects it on the far side onto Tate. No one's talking Tate as the Cummels
got to
bottling
bottle
up.
up
They're gonna
Tate, and
jump
they
him
are
over the line.
bottling
Oh,
up
that's
Tate.
tremendous
They
defence.
are.
Oh, that's great work. They've got an idea or two and they fall over. The trouble is they're going to get penalised here for holding the play down. No, they're not. Play on. Well done, Reem. And away goes Thaiday. Thaiday now going on the far side.
Look at that.
Magnificent work there. Oh, Thaiday had a worrying moment there as he's held out. Back it comes to Cam Smith. Cam Smith plays it on to Big Petro. Petro knocked over on the, might be the 20-metre line. They're worried. They're in the red
Great
zone
work
now.
from Dion there. Bringing down Petro then.
It was fantastic work. Lockie running wide. Then he goes back on the inside to Gallen. Gallen standing in the tackle there. He tries to get away. Lock on lock. I love that work. That's aided again. Way it goes to Cam Smith. They've got it out wide. Thaiday comes
looking dangerous here, Thaiday.
Defused beautifully by Kumul defence. Magnificent defence. Yeah. And we've played 4 minutes 14. No score.
No score.
No score.
Okay,
and,
got to hold it out.
Somebody got thumped out who didn't have the ball there, but it's over the sideline. And no, play on. Did they kick that
I
in
think
play?
It's all right, HG. Yeah, I think it's the fifth tackle coming up. We're going to see a kick here. Will they defuse the bomb? Lockie puts it up. Tactical little kick. Kubble's there.
Hits the upright.
Hits the bloody hell.
Oh, you couldn't believe that in a million years.
Oh, bloody hell, luck's bad, isn't it?
I know, that's just tragedy
just
there. That's taken all the steam out of the game.
I know they're going to get 4 points for this, but I'm not going to give it to Australia. I'm just going to keep it 0-0 because that came off the upright, didn't it?
The upright scored. As we see the kick here, it's a bit hard to imagine that he actually aimed for the upright there, but I could believe
he's a good
that.
player, Lockie, but I don't think he's that good. Now, look at this. Why didn't the umpire just kick it out there, the referee? He had an excellent opportunity.
Well, that's the trouble with Reem.
Yeah.
He won't get involved.
Well,
he doesn't want to get involved.
No, he doesn't want to get involved. Well, this is a tragedy, HG. This is an absolute bloody tragedy for the heart of the Kummels. The Kummels were hoping to go for 10 minutes. Yes, it is a try.
So Slater gets the first try off a kick, which hit the upright, bounced fortuitously in his direction, helped on by the referee.
Yeah.
And,
there was no skill involved.
No skill, absolutely.
From the Australians.
And so 5 minutes, we're just up at the 5 minute mark, or it might even be the 4 minute 15 mark, and we have a score at the moment of 4-0. But
that's right. Well, they kept him out for nearly 5 minutes, though, HG, and that's not bad. That's 50% of what they were aiming for, isn't it?
It's a fantastic result for Papua New Guinea and rugby league, and the standard of the game, Roy.
Yeah. Well, so far, very good. I mean, you've just got to say the ball security could be a little better at this stage from the Kummels, but they've managed to force Australia to resort to kicking.
And can I say the only thing that worries me is it's been largely played in the PNG half.
Well, that's true. We haven't seen much attack yet from the Kummels.
We haven't.
That's yet to be revealed.
Cameron Smith here trying to add the icing to the cake made by, obviously, Billy Slater just moments ago. And he kicks it and he's got it. So the score in the Four Nations at the moment, early days, is 6-0.
Papua New Guinea Rugby League, here in the shop front of the world on Triple M.
Yes, now, Tate's in trouble here, I bet.
With his neck, but he's been wearing that neck brace all of his life, actually. It tells me there must be something wrong with his neck.
Can I just say that if you were going into a game and you wore a neck brace, wouldn't that be the exact spot that you'd direct your attack to?
Well, exactly.
The back of Tate's neck, and exactly what they did. We're underway again. Nate Miles with the ball. He comes up and he's taken well by a reception committee there of Kummels. The trouble is Kummels are putting a lot of play on.
No. Nothing
Reed,
in that.
let it go.
Kummels were just excited. They'd got the big bloke down. He's the bloke who,
likes to get
led
down.
the toilet parade at the hotel. And they just want to give him a bit of a push.
Yeah,
nothing in it.
It's 6-0 if you've just joined it, and that was disappointing as there's a bit of a, I don't know, some sort of, arcane Highland celebration, which I didn't get the message of. And here's Cam in his orange boots onto Lockie. Lockie out wide now, looking for the Nate Miles who caused the penalty before, and they can hurt you from here.
He's pulled 2 penalties, Miles, hasn't he?
He's done very well. Yeah. Very well. He's taken on the role of Thorn.
Yeah, we're yet to see a penalty go to the Kummels yet.
No, that's right. Very safe, the Australians with the ball at the moment.
So you'd have to question the neutrality of the referee.
You would. Now, the other thing is, do you think...
What have these Kummels got to do to get a penalty?
Oh, indeed. Is Miles going to let a bit of carpet go today, do you think?
Well,
just
I hope
for the
so,
fans?
actually. I hope so.
Because a lot of kids have come to see it.
Here's
and they'll be
Slater
disappointed.
kicking.
Anyway, a big run here, mercifully, it's a big fat. And so there'll be a restart with the Kummels.
From the 30-metre mark, actually, it'll be the Kummels.
Able to mount something here. And obviously, young Cronky there says, it was a bit fat. I understand that. Kummels have the ball back. It comes now into the middle of the park, right on the Triple M signage
well, get off him.
Back up, plays the ball out. It comes onto the card table side of the ground. It's easy defence there. No, nothing going on there. We've
seem to go in with his knees then, HG. I don't know if that's allowable anymore.
Well, he's in this match with your axes and your stones and all that sort of stuff. I think the knees are perfectly a good attacking implement if used judiciously. We've got Riong with the ball. He plays it back now with the Kumuls almost up to halfway, but they're making hard yards of it. I mean,
4 tackles, HG. They've
got to get it wide somewhere in here. Oh, they've got a penalty.
Time there. All day,
very much.
All day offside. Kangaroos.
This is a rhyme here with the
they decide who's going to kick, HG? Yes, this bloke is. Right, who's kicking?
Well, I haven't quite got that in binoculars at the moment.
No.
As we see now, the Kumuls with their first penalty of the afternoon. It's a good kick, but it doesn't find touch.
Oh, that's a bugger, isn't it, when that happens?
But I'd say the conditions. That's more like it. Getting Lottie thinks he can claim a spare tackle.
Well, okay. Look, he was. They did lift him up above the horizontal. They did force his head into the turf. I suppose technically it was an illegal tackle, but gee, it was good.
You know, it does look good.
There was nothing wrong with it apart from that.
And can I say, I think there was a bit extra in that because Lottie played rugby union for all that time.
Yeah, they resent that.
They do.
The Kumuls hate rugby league, rugby union.
They do.
Absolutely.
They won't play it. They won't play it. It's just anathema to them.
Yeah.
And
I love that.
Back door, he got hold of the penis cord and pulled him up with a lot of leverage in that tackle.
2 blokes at his back door and nearly ripped it apart.
It's fantastic. So now we've got, let's see, Gallen with the ball now. Gallen standing there, being bundled over. I'm not sure exactly. They don't seem to have any wings, wide play, the Kumuls. I think that'd be...
Lockie was hurt in that tackle.
That's good.
He's going on with it. That's Yuri. That's Menzi Yuri, actually. Big raps on the boy.
We've had tremendous raps on Yuri, and Lockie's in trouble here.
Lockie's in trouble.
They come again.
Yuri launched himself at that bloke. Missed him completely. But by golly, it looked good. You can't question the commitment of Yuri.
You cannot. They won't leave anything out here, Roy. They're not going to take anything back.
Kumuls have gone up a notch. Kumuls have gone right up a notch.
It's almost 10 minutes play. They realise the cruciality of this 10-minute mark. They want to get a try on the board before 10 minutes up.
Well, no, they want to get a lot of these Australians off the park.
Well, I understand that. Big bomb here out to the right.
Beautifully diffused.
Magnificent play.
And this bloke might have been tackled before. He got the ball. Why is that a penalty?
Let's have a look in replay here. I know there's the tackle there. That's a great tackle. He just
headbutted his scrotum with force.
And there we go.
Look at this.
The rugby league as we've come to know and love.
That was Parker, actually. Big attack from Parker, the inside centre.
And now they've got it away to the little half. The half is powering up the park, and look now the Australians are having to go in 3 and 4
in attack.
Wrong.
Don't try and be roughhouse with a Kummel.
Away it goes on the pass. Now they're starting to sprint. The tapping plays defused there by dropping the ball.
Yeah.
And so the Australians...
Sometimes you do forget to catch the ball. You see it coming towards you and you think, is it for me?
No. Well, usually you think it's for somebody else.
Yes.
But, mercifully, that was a very bad mistake, and the Kangaroos can hurt them from there. Oh, beautiful work there. That might have been Miles there with the ball. No, it can't be Miles.
I think it's Sivan Asiva,
Yes. Yes, they've just swapped jumpers in the intervening period. And he runs. Cameron Smith decides to run by himself, but he's taken by a lot of instructions here. Cronk getting involved. Here's Cronk with the ball now. He's got it one out the outside. Decides to go himself, and then he gets on and pass.
Good work. He gave him one.
Magnificent.
He gave him one.
Oh, yes.
That's Riong. Riong. He punched him fair in the head. Oh, yes. Riong's here to play.
What a tremendous demonstration of reggae rugby league at its finest there.
I tell you what, the Australians don't like being punched in the head, do they? Look at this. What's going on now?
That big punch in the Gallen.
It's all laughs out there now.
Yeah, that's right. Isn't it been played in tremendous spirit too?
Yes, it is, HG.
You know that the Australians haven't encountered so many punches to the head.
No.
Since they had.
Was that a beautiful tackle from Riong?
Oh, it was fantastic. Perfectly timed. Away it goes now, and looks like it's Lewis with the ball now, the second rower, is it?
Yeah.
And he's picked up the ball. They're playing it back to Cam Smith. Cam Smith goes for the line. Then he sights
Gallen, very dangerous.
Gallen goes through. He almost chopped his Adam's apple out there.
But
that can happen in reggae rugby league. Back to Cam Smith. They're playing the ball. Away it goes. And looks like it's out on the far side.
Good defence on Slater. Well, they knew what was happening there. Is that Yuri again?
It could well be. He's very strong out wide,
aren't they?
And,
they're forcing mistakes now. I'd call that a knock-on. Of course it was a knock-on. You clown! Just because you got the name Kronk doesn't mean you can get away with it.
And there's Stanley Jenner loving everything he's seen.
Yeah.
Obviously. Now, penalties 4-1
4-1.
to Australia, of course. Here it is, a chance for them
Doesn't
to get
Cronk
on the
look stupid sometimes?
He certainly does. I mean, that's a fundamentally... Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, sure, laugh about it.
Oh, right, agree.
Yeah.
You thought it
Oh,
went backwards, but it didn't. This is International Rugby League. You're playing the Cummels.
And this is the Four Nations. Tremendous scrum.
Look at this
scrum.
Cummel scrum, HG. I mean, there's a lesson there, isn't there? Look at the way it comes. Oh, no. Oh, bloody hell.
It's Lewis now
no.
with the ball. Lewis thrown
no.
over on the line
That's
there.
twice they've dropped the ball on the first tackle.
Sadly.
You can't expect
I mean,
to win.
Stanley has to get to him at half time. He's got to get him into the sheds and say, oh, that's better. You've got to get him into the sheds and
The
just
thing is, they
explain.
love tackling. They don't like it when they've got the ball.
No, that's right. They're much better at the defence than they are at the
Yes.
attack. But that'll come. I mean,
They
once
just-
they get a team in the NRL, that attack will come.
It will come.
And terrific work here as it comes now. Smith
Yeah,
and then
going wide now, Locke, yeah.
very wide, trying to find a one. He's one on the outside. They should be able to go and score here.
Tate.
too
Tate's
easy.
in. Yeah.
Too easy. The score in the big one, 10-0.
This is Four Nations. This is a test match. This is Cummels versus Kangaroos. On Triple M.
Well, they took a long time to get their second try, the Australians. They'll be devastated by that. I don't think Tate will ever play rugby league again, the way he's hobbling out there with his neck. Is obviously the buttocks is gone. He's been attacked in the head.
Yeah.
Out wide it goes. Roy, take us through it, these final seconds.
Well, it's just an inside step, really, HG. Yeri was committed to the outside man, and Tate took advantage of that and just stepped inside the flying Yeri. Just as well he did step inside him, too, because had Yeri hit him, he would have cut him in half. But look, so far, I think the Cummels have got everything to be proud of. I mean, we're 14 and a half minutes in, and it's 10-0. It could have been a lot worse. And if you do drop the ball, I'm sure Stanley Jenner will be telling them this at half-time, remember to hold the ball. A lot of them forget that. You know, you put so much effort into your defence, you think, oh, the ball, what do we do with it? You know, will I just drop it here and get out of the way?
Are you disappointed, just as a side issue, is this match isn't being televised in 3D? Because I think that a lot of the, what would I call it, the beauty of the game, the Rego Rugby League style.
Well, it was a great opportunity by, say, Channel 9.
To get involved
to get
in 3D.
A lot of people and families involved in 3D,
Yeah,
yes.
because they would have loved
yes. I assumed it was going out in 3D
Well, I
and
was-
on HD, but apparently it's not.
No, well, I assumed all of that too. I mean, I thought it would take over most channels here as it
Yeah.
has in Papua New Guinea, where our
Well, I
callers
would have
will
loved
take
it to go into 3D into Moresby.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen them exposed to the 3D technology. Cam Smith's got a kick and is coming back beautifully. Does it come back far enough? Yes, it does. 12-0 on the big one. Where to now, Roy, for this match?
Back to basics, I think, for the Cummels HG. They're going to... this might be their first opportunity, actually, to get the feeling of what it's like to be in the Australian territory when they kick off. Or the second opportunity, at least. This is just a replay of that Tate try, actually. Just comes inside, really. And a knee in the head there
Yeah,
from...
there's nothing wrong with that.
I missed that in the call. Ryan Tongia. What did we say about Tongia and his knee work, isn't there?
Well, he's a roof installer.
yes. He's
so-
used to using the knee a lot.
He can punch in nails with that knee, Roy.
Yeah,
And
I
roofing
know.
nails. I've seen it as a party piece, but he does it every day of the week.
Well,
at
I
work.
think he had every intention of punching a nail into Tate's head with that knee.
And he plays for the Titans Toyota Cup.
All right.
And the Australians now working the ball up. Petro with the ball again here, taken, obviously just on the 30-metre line.
We don't want to see another penalty now from the Cummels here.
They
Smith
kicked
kicking
early.
I mean, that's putting the white flag up, isn't it, really?
It is. They're going to try and run this down, but they're
Oh,
speedy.
dear. Bloody hell, it's a good kick. Well, you don't see these things very often, HG, in International Rugby League, where the kick has come down. It's a good attempt at a 40-20, really, I suppose, at the end of the day. And the terrific fullback, Ryan Tongia, whose knee work we were just appreciating a moment ago, managed to keep the ball in and deposit it over his try line, at which point the Australian arrived and put the ball down.
I've never seen this
I've never
before
seen this
in a
before.
game,
And
let
this is
alone
the
at this
magic.
level.
This
He
is the
kicks it back
magic
in.
of New Guinean Rugby League.
That's Rego Rugby League. And a tremendous try there. I think, who's actually scored that try?
I think it might have been
Cronk.
Cronk. Yes, Cooper Cronk, the bloke with the rugby league name.
Now,
Yeah.
I've got to say is that's taken the stuffing a little bit out of the Cummel attack, hasn't it? Because there was a chance to get the ball back.
Yeah, there was.
And they didn't
It was
get
their
it back.
chance to feel what it's like to be in the Australian half, which was robbed by Smith, whom we thought was putting the white flag up. I didn't realise Sheens had this brilliant move Wonderfully executed. And did we check to see if Cronk was onside?
Well, I'm not going to worry about that right now. I bet you he wasn't.
It
I bet you he wasn't.
No, I bet he wasn't onside. either.
Can I just say, is that it's very hard to coach for that, though, isn't it? To
Oh,
actually,
very hard. I
you
mean,
know,
Jenny
on
can
the
just
kick.
say, boys, that's rugby league. You can't worry about that. You can't worry about that.
No.
I mean, these things just happen every now and again. I mean, it's like a car accident,
Cam Smith from the sideline. He's got 2 from 2 today. Can he convert the Cronk try? And the score will then go out to, what are we up to now? 16 at the moment. This will take it to 18 nil.
Yeah.
She's starting to look pretty handsome. The score, here it comes now, the kick, and he's missed it.
Nah, he done that.
So the score remains at 16-0. And the only thing I would say, Roy, is I would have liked to have seen the next play had the PNG kept the ball.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been exciting.
That would have been fascinating, wouldn't it?
It would.
Here we are
it comes
seeing it in
now.
replay, and we didn't check to see whether he was onside or not.
This is
but
terrific work.
Wonderfully kept in, though, there, wasn't it? Bloody
You know,
hell.
they'll improve. They'll improve. He's claiming he grounded it, but I don't think that's right. The PNG player. It was a Tongia.
Tongia, yeah, the knee man.
And we're underway again with the kick-off. It's been a very entertaining game. So
All right,
far,
the Cobbles have just got to say, all right, let's imagine it's 0-0.
yeah, that's exactly right.
Right.
We've got to keep doing what we do. It kept us in the game, you know, going for people's heads, you know, punching them where we can,
Yeah.
trying to cut them in half. But this time, let's make it stick,
Yeah.
and don't let too many of, like, you know, these. Those
And let's not
machine
drop the
types.
ball too much.
Yeah, well, we'll worry about that in a minute when we
Yeah.
get the ball.
Here's
Thaiday
Sam
with the ball.
Thaiday. God, he's been quiet, hasn't he? They've kept Thaiday quiet.
Kept him very, very quiet. Lockyer gives wide. Well, it comes now. The runners are getting involved.
Here's Slater.
Tonga, and here's who's this with the ball? Tonga now, actually. And Lockie couldn't get the ball to Lottie. That's a great achievement there for the Kumul
Yeah.
Rugby League.
Yeah.
But he goes to Cronk. Cronk goes on the inside
This is
onto
Takiri.
Lottie.
Kiri.
Yes.
Remember they might have tried to drive his head into the ground last time he was in this part of the paddock.
And they're trying down this side again where they got the try
they're
beforehand.
suspecting there's a bit of a weakness here with Tongia, the
fullback.
for the Cobbles.
And how the people in the traditional garb taking it, Rory? You know, they talk
Well, I think they're a
disappointed.
little bit disappointed with Kumul handling.
Fair enough. And so he played just on 20 minutes and scored 16-0 if you've just
Yep.
joined a very entertaining game of rugby league.
Yep.
Reggae rugby league at its finest, of course.
Yep.
And the
It's good to
Kumals-
see the Kumals holding onto the ball here, actually, isn't it? I mean, this is the second tackle they've held it.
This is refreshing from Kumul Rugby League because they do like
Yep,
to give it up
they do.
early in the tackle count.
3 tackles already. The Kangaroos are confused by the ball being in the hands of the Kumals for so long.
Away it goes on the far side, away from the card table, and it might be, let's see who's that out there on the far side. Griffin with the ball now. He's knocked over just inside Australian territory.
Yeah.
And here's the kick now on the tackle. I'm not sure quite what
Oh,
the
it's a
kick
bloody
had in
good
mind.
kick.
Well, he's just straight to Slater, though.
Slater,
Well read
yeah,
by
right.
Slater. And away comes now. If they get Slater on the outside, they've got one away there on the inside, but mercifully goes back to Tate. Tate knocked over with and then comes in with a bit of...
barged into. Good. Yeah, good.
Just a bit late there with the swinging arm, but still,
that's
hey,
okay.
that's why you have neck brace there to absorb that sort of punishment. I'll be rigging the interchanges now, and who's this coming on?
Shillington, by the looks of it, she's
Shillington,
going to come
fair
on.
enough.
Who's he replacing? Looks like Leroy Lars.
Going off for a rest. Yes, well, that's...
Receiver coming
Oh,
off.
they're going to change both blocks. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. And now they've made easy yards up here into Kumul territory, into PNG territory, and Smith then onto Lockyer. Lockyer with the ball onto the end of the toe.
no.
Away it goes into the deep corner, looking for Rongi here to do some magic.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Oh, that was an old-fashioned brainy on
Brain
the try line.
explosion, yeah.
And no, they're going upstairs to have a look, are they?
Why would they want to go upstairs for us? What could possibly have gone wrong here? Might have been offside,
Well,
but there might have been... I'm
The
not so
only
sure
thing-
about the grounding by Tonga.
Look, can I just say the grounding always worries me.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
here we
he's
go.
onside.
They're all okay on side.
Yeah.
Now, this is a brilliant bit of work. Just sort of floats behind him. Knock on.
Knock on.
There he goes. Over he comes. The grounding. Can't
Now,
see.
did Takiri get in the way and impede? Was it a shepherd by Takiri stopping the Kumul from being able to stop or tackle the player? I think it might have been shepherding.
Well,
Obstruction.
no, certainly they
Oh, they
didn't
didn't see it
try.
that way, no.
Tonga with the next try, so we're up to 20 points. 20-0, and a much easier kick for obviously Cam Smith to come up.
Yeah.
And now we've just played about 21 minutes, so
We
she's
have.
on the pace of a point a minute.
Point a
here.
minute, yeah.
Roy, when you look at this match, obviously once Stanley Jenner gets them into the sheds at half time.
Yeah. I think they'll be a different team second half.
Could
There
you
are
see-
certain things they've forgot. the ball, the role the ball plays.
Could you say, in all honesty, it could be a game of two halves?
Yes, I think it will be. And remember, there's a tremendous wind, HG, assisting the Kangaroos here.
What would you put at it in points? Say a 40-point win?
Oh, the win's probably worth about 2 points, isn't it? I mean, to be fair.
And look, now Cam Smith's having a laugh.
Now, I don't like it when Australians start giggling and laughing like clowns as if it's a joke they're in.
Well, this is rugby league.
This is an international rugby league.
We're trying to persuade people that this is the path of the future.
You can't stay serious for 80 minutes. Don't play the game.
Fair enough. See, what's disappointing me here from an Australian perspective is so many tries have gone begging. They butchered 3 or 4, and the kick's on its way, and it's missed again. So the score at the 22-minute mark, or 23rd minute mark, is 20-0 Australia's way.
This is Throw 'em Wayhead, Reggae Rugby League at its finest, here on Triple M.
Yes, pictures of Tonga on screen at the moment, fiddling around with the mouth guard, always distracting. This is a brilliant
Now,
play.
look at this. Yeah, look, he just lost sight of it, HG. He lost sight of it as if the ball disappeared there for a little while. And there's the shepherding I was talking about.
Very hard to sort of make a case for shepherding. Obviously, the player didn't know where he was.
No.
And so, beautiful kick-off there.
Oh, that is a cunning kick-off, isn't it?
It's almost a 10-metre kick-off,
Yeah.
short kick-off, and so now it's all to do.
Yeah.
We've got 20 minutes till half-time. Do you think the Kummels can get on the board?
Well, we'd love to see the Kummels get on the board, actually.
they've got to
But
get
to
a
get
bit
on
of
the
a
board,
mistake.
they've actually got to have the ball.
Yeah.
That's the problem with their thinking at the moment. They think they can score by tackling. Well,
No, it's a long way
really.
from it. You've got to have the ball out wide. It
Yeah.
goes. Lottie Takiri with it. He's got to break on the outside. Can they get him? No, they can't get him yet.
dear.
Here comes the cover defence.
Oh,
He
no.
completely mossed him. Oh, good cover defence in
selfish
the
play
end.
there from Takiri, though, wasn't it?
It
I
was.
mean, there was a
Parker
try
knocked him
begging
over.
either side of him.
That's what I mean. They butchered several chances already.
Yeah.
I love that knocking him over after the ball's on the other side of the field. But that's rugby league, rugby league. Forward
pass and
if
knocked
you
on.
don't mind.
Thank
They
you
can't.
very
If
much.
that's a try, once again,
Forward pass, thank you very much.
Preem got that right.
Yeah, and I'd say deliberate forward pass, thank you. I think it should be a penalty to the Kummels. But, of course, it looks as if it's going the other way.
Yeah,
offside. They suggested the Kummels were offside. Fair go.
I mean, this is making a mockery of this.
It is a mockery.
New Zealand refereeing. I mean, are you at all worried about the standard of international refereeing?
Yes, I am.
And not only
the
here
trouble-
comes who's this Lottie, is it, with the ball? No, Thaiday going
yeah.
out for a try. Trying to go over for a try there. I thought
Trying to barge his way over.
It's
But
tremendous.
the Kummels aren't, they're standing their ground.
They're not at all intimidated by close to the line. This sort of
Lewis getting close.
He's about 2 metres away. Plenty of Kummel bodies between him and the line. Back it comes. They're going to leave nothing out there tonight. These Kummels have got everything to play for here. Now they've got the ball.
Oh, I knocked on, I think. Kummel knock on, and it's back with the Australians.
so
Hang on, there should have been come on, put the scrum down.
What
That'll
is
be a
going
try
on
to
here?
Morris.
Are they ruling a try to
Are
Morris?
they going to let it go? Are they going to let it go? I mean, it looked to me as if it went to the Kummels. Kummels dropped it, as is their want at the moment. That seems to be the new Genet style. Whenever you got the ball, drop the bloody thing. And I don't agree with that philosophy. I think it's wrong. Anyway, it looks like it's going to be a try to Morris.
Let's have a look here. There
Now,
it goes.
let's see. The ball
What
gets
happens here?
towed ahead by Slater.
Off Kummels.
Off Kummels.
And then ping pong.
Yeah.
And then out it goes, out to Tate, the bloke with the busted neck, touched by, I reckon, a Kummel, 6 to go over for Morris.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no. But the thing is not to get disheartened.
No, they can't get
The
disheartened.
fact that it's 24-0 is neither here nor there.
No,
It's-
that's
that
right.
just as you
it's
point
not
out.
about points, is it?
It's not. It's about pride
It's about pride and it's about being here.
and international rugby league at the
Yes,
highest level.
that's right.
Well, look, obviously, you have to say now, they're still on
24-0.
24-0, 25 minutes gone, or thereabouts. And I'm just wondering, Roy, if you could see some interchange might help. I mean, I'm not sure whether...
What, would you inject Richard Cambo into
I'd
the
get
Kummels
Cambo
at
out
this
there,
stage?
and I'll
Yeah, or
tell you
maybe
what-
Tongap and maybe Marabi.
Well, I certainly get Marabi out there. I mean, no one hits harder than Marabi. If we could get a couple of big hits from Marabi to
Yes.
soften him
I
up.
tell you what, Nixon Colo I'd be tempted to sell it, and Charlie Wabo.
Here's the kick, and the kick comes around the score, 26-0 here at Parramatta Stadium. I tell you what, Marabi, he works in the hardware store
Yep.
at Agmark,
Yep.
and I tell you that he's the sort of, can I put it this way,
Yep.
he's the sort of...
Stanley Gine actually looked like he wanted to come on himself there.
well, don't rule that out. I understand that he's prepared to go out and have a go, should,
Yeah.
obviously...
Should the
things get-
situation get desperate enough.
Yeah, and so Marabi, Cooley, Tongap, Pager and Cambo are all injured. So he'll be able to change. Come on, are we underway again?
Yes, we are
well,
underway again. HG's been run up by the Australia Kangaroos.
26.
Tate bringing it up.
But look, can I just say how much I'm enjoying this, Roy?
Oh, I am too.
You know, sure, you're seeing, it's not quite knee in the head, a couple of tackles around the ears, but that'll come.
Yeah, it should come, yes, as discipline sort of falls away a little in the second half, perhaps.
And ball security hopefully improves.
That might have been Leroy Lars bringing it up now.
And so we've got it again back there. Cam Smith obviously dummy half out wide. It goes and the Australians have the ball. It looks like Gallen with the ball at the moment. He's knocked over just, I think, inside Australia PNG territory.
Yeah, hasn't Gallen held onto the ball well this afternoon,
He's incredible. That's often a part of his game. Conk kicks the ball.
Cronk. Now we're going to see some of this much vaunted Kummel attack coming up now,
I think
HG.
Tongia with
Here
the
we
ball
go.
now.
He's done well.
He's
Tongia.
turned around. He's got into the field of play. That's very good.
Head high. Thank you very much, Lockyer.
Hang on. Ryan, get real. And away comes to Kummels from the play the ball. A lot of, the Australians.
The Australians are going for the Kummel head here at the moment, aren't they?
They are. They're going to give away a penalty if they keep that up because Ream won't stand for it in the end.
It looks like Colo's coming on HG, replacing Monty.
That's a tremendous improvement.
Monty's done well. I mean, his handling's letting him down a little bit, of course, but and Pombo's coming on.
He's not alone there.
No.
And
Pombo could make a bit of a difference too, HG. I look at Pombo in training.
How was his ball security? Roy?
Yeah, good ball security from Joseph Pombo, yeah.
Here go the Kummels now. They decide to go
Tactical kick.
And it's a very short, weird-looking kick.
It is. But, they got it back. Oh, brilliant work, Kummels. Surprised everyone. Now, hang on, that might be 6 tackles, HG.
They've got it back, but it's a turnover.
It's a turnover,
Oh, that's brilliant play, isn't it?
It was extraordinary play. No one was expecting it. I don't think the Kummels were expecting it.
They
either.
certainly weren't.
The ball came off the boot and sort of went forward in an odd sort of way.
And here's Morris going through, slippery Morris. Yes.
Yeah. What Mo, you clown!
Here he comes now. We've got some entertainment ahead of us. What Mo will do something stupid and bring the crowd to their feet. Cam Smith there picking it up and away it comes now out to the card table side. Gallen with the ball. Gallen decides to go for a run. He's a big bloke. He's hard to put away, but the Kummels are up to the task. They've knocked him over, I think, on the 30-metre line.
Well, I've never seen anyone more. I've never seen Gallen this involved in a game.
Neither have I.
That was a forward pass, too.
Very standoff. Now he's got back to Lewis. Is that Lewis with the ball in front of me there? Yeah. Oh, here comes back to Lockyer.
Lockyer who's put down again.
Oh, that's tremendous. They found
They all want to get on Lockyer, don't they?
They know
Everyone
he's the
wants to tackle
man.
a legend.
Cam Smith with a kick.
Oh, beautiful handling.
That is magnificent handling.
Oh, no, he rolled on. He tooled the ball a little bit there, HG. He feels as if he's let himself down, but he hasn't.
He hasn't. He only let Papua New Guinea. He's let the cocoa farmers, the pig farmers, and the gourd, the penis gourd wearers down. But apart from that, he's done well.
He's done well, yeah. But a very tricky ball to try and control, actually. Look at this tackle on Lockyer. I mean, they all want to get involved. Who wouldn't want to tackle Darren Lockyer?
And so we've got a scrum set down at about the 10-metre mark. The score, if you've joined us, is 26-0 in the 29th minute. So we're up to the... here he is.
Watmo in the scrum. Oh, God, he looks good there, doesn't he? That's perfect.
Oh, he's ready.
What's Sheen's doing to Watmo? Well, he's got a roving commission, can bob up anywhere,
I
can
think
he?
has. Now they're Slater with the ball.
How
Slater
much genuine hookers there?
Great work there from, let's see.
Tate lost the ball,
That
HG.
Yuri, he was cutting too.
Yeah.
And Tate,
Yuri.
Yuri.
No, hang on.
Oh, he's not going to rule against
He's not
Yuri.
going to penalise the Kummels again, is he, for just aggressive play?
Well,
that was Yuri.
Superb play, might I point out. I know they're going to call him out and try and explain to him where he went wrong. That'll take 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Don't mean to be unkind, but by the time you get a translator out there and pigeon and all that sort
let's
of stuff.
have a look now.
What is wrong with that?
Nothing wrong there at all. Nearly as I can tell. No, there's nobody did anything wrong. I think it's good. Kummel feed. Beautiful.
Yeah, here it goes back on the... they're caught in the try line. They try and burrow their way through.
Yeah.
Now they're going to starting to set themselves.
Penalty pulling there from the Kummels.
Very good. Up there goes one out. They're a beautiful.
They're hard to wrap up though, these Kummels, aren't they? They wriggle around a lot in the tackles, aren't they?
And so they haven't made any yards.
No dummy half. That's an interesting move.
So they get it out one way now. They've got I think it might be Aiton with the ball now.
Yeah, the fullback got him on.
Tongia, rather.
He's left his mark on the game, hasn't he?
He certainly has. He's leaving nothing out there. They do that sort of up and under jump, which they like. But they haven't made much room there on the fifth tackle now. Out wide it goes. It's hardly got to the wings.
Well, they're running at Lockyer, HG. Why wouldn't they?
That's a great charge up there. Yep. This is the final tackle in this play.
Yeah.
He's going to have to
kick. They don't want Lockyer to get up. Oh, no.
He's trying to pull the penalty. That's brilliant work. Then he can place the referee. Here's the trouble. I think they got the...
No time to kick.
Hand over, sad.
Yeah.
No, they just couldn't get it to the right person. That was a failure of
bad
Baye.
luck, Kummels.
Aye.
They looked good there for a while, though, didn't they? They held onto the ball for 6 tackles.
Wonderful. And now Lewis with the ball. Lewis decides to run in his own. Shapes up to sell the dummy and does, and then he runs.
Yep.
So, back he comes now, and let's see, we've got Tonga in the with the ball now. He's knocked over on the 10-metre line by a couple of hefty Kummels, including Loco.
Yep.
Loco by name, Loco by nature. Up in there, Kev Smith up they come now.
This might be that clown Watmo.
Yeah, Watmo, he'll do something stupid here. Don't worry, he's close to the
Hang
line.
on to the ball, Watmo.
He's trying to get in himself. He's going to go himself. No, it goes to
Hello.
Cam Smith.
Watmo wanted to go on with it there.
Look here, standing wide here. There comes the runners off the wing. It looks
Tight.
like
Surrender tackle. Penalise it.
Send him off.
Send him off.
You know, it's just blind on the game.
I hate that. Surrender tackle.
Lockyer decides to kick.
Hang
they've got
on.
to defuse this.
Yes,
no,
beautifully covered.
Goal line drop out.
Yep. I tell you what, this is going to be the first time we see a drop kick from the Kummels HG.
This
I don't
will
know
be
who's going to
exciting.
take the drop
Look,
kick.
I'll be watching this with a lot of interest.
So will I, a lot of interest. A lot of people will be leaning forward thinking, oh, you beauty, a Kummel drop kick.
Because let's face it, I don't think anybody's seen a Kummel drop kick.
No,
sometimes
not
it's not part of the game.
Not for 4 years or 2 years at least.
And so here we go as we watch on replay here. It's very close in here.
Yeah,
And
a lot of bodies
kick,
in motion with the Kummels, aren't there?
Yeah, I don't know why this Kummel, decided that was a good idea, but that's the Rego Rugby League.
Yeah. There we go. A very good bloody drop kick.
Kicked it all of 20 metres.
40 metres, nearly, yeah.
20 metres, I think.
Oh, hello. Who's this steaming onto the ball? That might be Leroy Lars.
Yes, he's no stranger to Kummel work. Cam Smith here, beautifully strapped knee, and then Wade comes out. Watmo with the ball. He got it unloaded in the tackle, and Wade to Lockyer out wide to Cronk. Cronk now looking for a runner. He's got Lewis.
Lewis lost the ball. Oh, hang on.
Oh, thank goodness.
I think that should be a penalty to the Kummels actually. I think one of the Kummels was pushed away from the ball by Lockyer.
Now, what's he give him? Scrum.
It's going to be a knock-on. It's going to be a Kummel feed.
Kummel feed, yes. They're going to come into their own here in the last...
You know, how much genuine hookers feel? You know, and there are a lot of them out there, a lot of Australian genuine hookers who'd like to be playing this game.
Well, they would, but even
Looks
Cam...
like Smith's in there.
Yeah, well, they wouldn't risk Watmo too.
Well, they had Watmo in there before.
They did.
And lost the scrum, naturally.
And away it comes now. The Kummels aren't making much progress here. They've knocked over just a gain of about 1.5 metres. And now from dummy half, let's see who's that, the number 5. Looks like he's coming to the
Yeah, that's Riong, yeah.
Yes.
Big raps on Riong.
He's got a raving commission
hasn't had
too.
many opportunities. I mean, he did punch Lottie Takiri in the head. We saw that. That drew the attention of a lot of player managers here. Sam Ayoub might be looking at this young kitty.
Kummels are mounting a bit of a charge
Kummels,
now.
head-high tackle there.
Magnificent work. That didn't slow him up at all.
No, he loved it.
He was belted fair in the head. That's
He
the
just
15,
kept going.
is it?
Yeah.
15
Oh, hello, chip and chase.
And here we go now.
hello.
Look, they've never seen this before.
Oh,
This is
beautiful.
the rugby league. That's
Kangaroos
fantastic.
at 6s and 7s. I didn't know what was going
That's
on there.
Wabo there in the 14. Away it comes now back to Thide. Is it Thide with the ball?
That might be Lottie Takiri, I
He's
think.
coming off
actually.
his wing, a roving
Yeah,
commission as well.
roving commission, yeah.
Everybody's playing everywhere.
That's why Sheens wanted him.
That's right. Can do anything.
Darius Boyd wouldn't have
they've
done
lost
that.
the ball. Ball security coming
Okay,
apart.
Bulls. They
This
can
is
hurt you
your
from here, HG.
They're just on the halfway line, but they've got 5 tackles to go. Sorry, 6 tackles to
6 tackles, that was a 0 tackle. Okay,
Sorry,
Kummels, let's see what you got. Let's see what you can mount here.
go. Come on, Kummels, line it up and have a go at them. And, don't be afraid to, chance your arm
Yes.
or, really have a go. Have a crack.
Believe in yourself, Kummels.
This is Papua New Guinea Rugby League at its finest. Now they're on the 50.
Yeah, that might have been Michael Mark, HG, bringing up the ball. First time he's touched the ball. Look good, Michael Mark.
Oh, showing the ball.
Oh,
They've got all the
beautiful
skill.
work.
Here it is, Ray.
Oh, Kummels.
Sadly, Slater's got the ball now.
Slater's got it. Oh, one on one.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, look at this.
Yes. Oh, they're getting involved.
Beautiful.
Oh, yes, sir.
Oh, I tell you what, when you got 20 Kummels in a tackle, it looks great, doesn't it?
It does. It leaves them a bit of space elsewhere. They're going in hard now, the Kummels.
Oh,
They've left
they
it.
are.
Oh, and there's that repeat hit around the head. Just in case I didn't get you the first time. Here it comes again, Muska. That's Yuri.
Oh, look at this.
Yes. Now they're getting in there.
Yuri.
They picked out tight.
Sam Ayoub is standing up applauding Yeri.
Tight. Here he comes again.
Here he comes. Look at this. Yeri
Lightning
coming
goes
in.
slow.
Oh, look at that. Too fast for the cameras to see.
It's just a fantastic. They're going to have to kick Australia. And Paul Aiton dragging another player off who wants to go on with it. There's Lockyer kicking. He's made a terrific gain. Can they get this ball, though?
Where's Tonga, HG? I mean, this is where
terrible
he usually
bounce.
comes
It's got
in,
over on the far side there. Here they come now. That's
Oh,
beautiful.
hello. This might be Mark with the ball again, HG. Second touch. Second touch.
He's a revelation,
He
Mark.
is, isn't he?
Once
That's
he
twice
gets
he's
the
touched the ball.
Here they go now. They're out wider. They're seeking a path out there. It's, let's see, the Rion with
That's
the ball.
Rion, yeah.
Man of the match so far, I reckon.
Yeah,
Rion.
look at this intent from the Kummels here. Look at this intent.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's Kummel Rugby League. It's Reggae Rugby League. It's the national sport of Papua New Guinea. And it's alive here at Four Nations. Sadly, the score is 20-6.
Boys might be something a little bit puffed out.
Yes. Out wide. They've got a chance here. Oh, they should have gone down the
Mark?
line. Yeah, Morris defused the Mark tilt there at the line. And now we've got 4 minutes to play in the half.
Oh, he's just kicking the ball for no reason. What the bloody hell was that about? I tell you what, it shocked me. It shocked the Kangaroos as well.
Is Ayub applauding?
Oh, he had to do his shoelaces up. Fair enough. You know when you want that little bit of time, you think, what can I do? I'll kick it out. And they're a bit puffed.
They are.
He's
they
thinking
need
of
a
his
break.
colleagues. They're a little bit. They're blowing a bit hard.
Yeah. Well, I think they've livened this up no end. I think they've got a taste, Roy.
They
the
have,
second half
haven't they?
could really come alive.
They've stepped up. They've increased the intent. They were intimidated because they're playing against their heroes, their idols.
I know. That's the trouble, isn't it? Do you
But
think
once you punch them in the head a few times, you realise they're just human. They're just mortal.
they're just weak as piss.
Yeah.
You know, a couple of hits in the head. I like the idea they get them down once and then they give them something to go on with once they're down.
Yes.
As we see here,
He's
that's
Geary.
perfect. He lined him, but that's
beautiful.
terrific.
And the elbow got involved, everything involved.
And here they Australians with the ball now, knocked over in the middle of the park here as Cam Smith plays it out wider. Looks like
Leroy Lars again.
Yeah, the bloke who's played
God,
before.
he's providing a handful for him, isn't he?
Now, I love that pig rooting style that he's got there. Reminds me of Three Knees Hancock for those who are familiar with State of Origin players of yesteryear. Yes, it's
There's Luke Lewis, actually. He's played
Lewis,
well.
they're going to have to play, don't we?
Oh, no. Holding him down the tackle.
Look, can I
he was
just point
wriggling around trying to get off the mark.
Look,
when
can
are
I-
they going to start penalising us Kangaroos for walking off the mark?
Can I ask, do you feel as though something's lost in translation here?
Yes.
The ref obviously is trying to call it held, but that's not what pigeon for held is.
No.
Held isn't pigeon for held. Australia
No.
starts to play the ball.
No.
We've got 2
Held
minutes to go.
held means keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever you're doing, keep going.
So Cam Smith there. Can they get another try, the Australians, before the end? Cronk goes for a bit of a run. Defused that gap, snuffed out by tremendous Kummel defence. And
That might have been
especially
Colo,
from-
Nixon Colo.
Yeah, Nixon Colo, the Taranaki pig farmer from Mount Hagen. He's got a lovely set of pigs, you know.
Yes, he
fantastic.
does.
I've seen them on YouTube.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can do almost anything, those pigs.
Yep.
He has them as tackling practice. The Australians near the try line.
Forward
They
pass,
get it on
forward,
the
bloody pass.
Third going by himself. He unloads. Oh, no.
Oh, butchered that. Oh, no.
Oh, play on.
Keep going.
Oh, yeah, play on, I would have called. Oh, now he's going to rule forward pass now.
Oh, it was a
No,
full
hang
pass
on.
from the Kangaroos.
Knock on, yeah,
by
but
the
knock
Kangaroos.
on. Kangaroo knock on.
I think it'll be a Kummel feed, HG.
Oh, right, fair enough.
Watmo was involved, of course, no surprises there when the ball's knocked on.
Here, Watmo looks as though he's
You
trying
don't
to
have to be-
hide.
You don't have to be Sherlock Holmes to find out who was wrong, who was responsible there. Do you?
Now you
It's always
certainly
Watmo.
don't. Well, your first pick, usual suspect, Watmo. And they pack the scrum here. Look
Yeah,
at that.
ladies and gentlemen, hey, Kangaroos, I've heard someone done something stupid. Watmo, come out here.
Googles
how it
have the
works.
ball. It's close to half time, and it's just got exciting in these last few minutes. Pity we have to stop. Took them a while to adjust to conditions, the temperature, the breeze.
Yeah, well, they're warm enough now, aren't they?
They're warming up. That's exactly right. It's like being at home.
Well, I
Sort of.
think Mark, when he first got his touch of the ball, HG, that sort of lifted the whole team.
It did. They wanted to get Mark involved,
Yeah.
as we see now. The Kummels running the ball out from
Yeah.
theirs. Oh, beautiful pick up there.
They've got that one-handed pickup from dummy half.
They have that. They've learnt that. They've seen that a lot on training videos. And look at this. Why isn't that held?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
Yes. Now he's going to penalise him for the play of the ball, I bet.
Oh, no.
Oh, half time.
Half time.
Well, what an amazing first half. If I can quickly sum it up in this way, we had Slater going first at about the 6-minute point, 4-0 converted. Then we've got Tate. Tate in the 14th minute. Went obviously again converted to, I think they went to 12-0.
Yeah.
Then the Cronk got in. That's right. Cronk got in about the 17th minute.
Yeah.
And then Tonga in the 21st minute.
Yeah.
Morris in the 25th minute. And the score at half time, if I can do all the maths correctly, is 26-0. Mm-hmm. 26-0. Roy,
Exactly
your
right.
thoughts on this magnificent first half of Rugby League in the Four Nations
Well,
play?
Kummel's going to be a little bit disappointed in their attack, HG. I think they can take a lot out of their defence. Their one-on-one is generally good, and their swamping defence and gang tackling is, of course, best in the world. World's best practice when it comes to getting a lot of hands on a head. On the other hand, their attack, I think, has been found wanting. Ball security, Stanley Genet will be telling them about the ball, what role the ball...
What it looks like.
Yeah, and getting them all to hold it, and probably give them a couple of examples of how to throw and catch.
We'll be back for the second half in a few minutes' time. The halftime break will include a score update from all around the grounds, including thoughts on where Webber is in this Korean Grand Prix. Back with more Four Nations after the break.
This is Four Nations. This is a test match. This is Kumuls versus Kangaroos. Live on Triple M.
Yes, welcome back to Parramatta Stadium, where the Kumuls are sadly trailing the Kangaroos 26 points to 0. Roy, you were down in the rooms with Stanley Genet, the coach of the Kumuls. What was his message?
The message was, not surprising me, HG, is not to forget the passion. Keep the passion up, and if you have any opportunity to do a little bit of damage, do it. I think that will be... I think Kumuls will be looking out... get a little bit of revenge in this second half. I don't think they're worried about the scoreboard anymore, actually. I think they're just looking at, say, private arguments and private confrontations. He asked them who'd like to punch Darren Lockyer. Everyone's hand went up. Who'd like to have a go at Watmo? Everyone stood up. Not only put their hands up, they stood up with both hands in the air. And this is all good, HG. If you do go out there with a bit of a plan to belt the bloke that's opposite you, then... a couple of points might come out of it. But as I say, they're not interested in points anymore. No. They're just interested in respect for Kumul physicality.
Now, Roy, I noticed you sampled some of the bevy down in the rooms. What did you get into? Did you see any Slaters, chocolate-covered Slaters, which are terrific, Highland delicacy?
Yes.
I saw you eat a couple of sheep's eyes.
I did.
Honey drip sheep's eyes.
Yes, nothing wrong with that.
No, delicious.
Nothing wrong with that.
And they brought a lot of the foods down with them, obviously, as part of the... as the Kumuls now run on to this deliriously happy crowd.
Yep. Well, of course, pig testicles are very popular, SG, and very, very, very sought after. But they've got to be very, very fresh.
Fresh. And do you find them...
In fact, the ideal way to eat a pig's testicle is with the sound of a screaming pig in your ear hole at the same time. That's the best way.
You know, I've often seen you eat them, what I'd call done in egg and breadcrumbs.
Oh, yes. Not bad, but...
they can get a bit crunchy that way, can't they?
The best thing is to have them, as they say, tartare.
Tartare, yes. Minced. And so here he comes, Darren Lockyer leading the Australians out. Some say this is the final time we'll see Lockyer in Sydney.
Yeah, I heard that, HG, yes.
Do you believe that, Roy, that this is the last time? Because...
Well, I'd like to think it's not true. As I said to Lockie when I bellowed at him a few minutes ago, I said, Lockie, you look as if you've got another 20 test matches in you. You know?
And what did he say?
He said, yeah, as he does.
Wow.
He said something like that. Say that again, Lucky.
Now I got 20 in me.
You know what it's like.
And so, look, I tell you what, the only surprise here would be to see Stanley Genet run on himself. As we're about to get the second half underway, and in Korea, they're almost ready to go as well. We'll try and keep
Tommy
an eye
to kick off, HG. Now,
I love the winger who points where it should go.
Yeah.
As we see on screen with the closest person to the card table here at Parramatta Stadium. And the crowd has stayed.
That could be Mark, HG. 2 touches in the first half. Remember
the crowd,
that.
We're underway in the second half of Four Nations. Kumuls v Kangaroos. And Lockyer gets the ball back, and away it comes up there. Petro, big Petro, charges up the middle. He's taken by a couple of lively tackling machines from the Highlands. And away goes Cam Smith now with the ball away.
He looks as if he's shaped to kick very early in that, HG.
Nate Miles.
Didn't put off the Kumuls. They still came at him.
Mr. Pooh with the ball now.
Yeah,
back
and
to
it looks
Cam
like
Smith.
Johnson Quealy is out there, HG, for the Kumuls.
Oh, that's good. Tate with the ball now. Coming back inside here towards the cuts, back towards the card.
Oh, look at that.
That's tremendous.
That's Luke Lewis, HG. They lift him up by the date.
Yeah,
that's always good to see.
They found a bit of leverage where the gourd fits. And here it comes.
What?
Watmo. You know,
Australians are looking very bunched, aren't they? You could throw a bloody handkerchief over the lot of them at the moment.
And there's the kick now. It looks like the Kumuls read that well.
They did read it beautifully.
Got a player. This is one of their better players here coming up with the ball now. I think this might be, who is it? Rion.
Yeah, Rion.
Rion,
who certainly left his mark on a lot of Kangaroos in that first half.
And there's Aiton at the scrum, at the play the ball, and now one of the props gets involved, and they take a lot to knock him over.
They do, actually. All the Kumuls got their hands up, all of them want the ball.
And all of them want to punch Watmo in the head.
Yeah. Look at that, palming the ball off.
That's stylish, isn't it? They would have seen that in the NRL.
Yep, those ball skills are great, aren't they, when they show the ball one way and pass it the other way. I mean, just bodies in motion. Kummel style.
Kummel's now with the ball as they keep running. This has been their best set of 6 all day, and they've only played 4 of them.
Yep.
Now, let's see what they can do in the last 2. They're going to have to
pull
kick.
a penalty here, it'd be fantastic.
I tell you what.
Oh, look at this runaround move.
Yes, well, obviously Gene's got into them and saying, don't be intimidated.
Oh, they got the ball away, reggae rugby league style. Look at that. That's the first example of reggae. And why the Kangaroos confused? They didn't know what was going on.
Sadly, there's going to be a handover, I think. Oh, no.
No.
Oh, does it go again?
Yeah, it goes again, AC. Look at this, and up and under. Nobody expected that.
Not for the first tackle.
Look at that, all the calls are there. No one
Here
wants
comes
it.
somebody through. They've got the ball back again.
Oh, nobody wants it.
Oh, here it comes.
Hang on, why is he stopped? Why is he blowing up?
Wait.
Oh, no, not good.
On.
Knock on. My ass! My ass! There was no knock on there. Look at Jenny.
Furious,
livid.
with the decision. Anyway, so play the
Okay.
ball. Oh, now, hang on, something's
Well, hang
happening.
on. If there was a knock on, why wasn't there a scrum? Or did I
Exactly.
miss something? Somebody's...
Last
last
tackle turnover. Fair enough. That makes
hell.
more sense. That's what I said. You know, they would sort of... Anyway, be that as may. We're up
Hate
to
rugby league when it gets too technical.
26-0. We're just starting in start of the second half. Away it comes
What,
now.
Mo? What a clown. Look at that.
Running
backwards. Oh, beautiful.
That's wonderful there.
That's Watmo at his best, going backwards. And he's knocked on.
now
And
he's
he
pulled
knocked
the
on.
penalty. Yeah, hang on.
Oh, hang on. And suddenly the Cummels are being penalised for Watmo's stupidity.
Carlo there with the ball, and Watmo... oh, no, Cam Smith with the ball. He's going to have a kick.
Let's
Let's see if he
sober
can...
presence. Isn't he a
Oh,
sober
very
presence
sober
on
presence.
it?
And
Because
he's
there's nothing in this.
Well, remember, of course, Reem,
Yeah.
obviously in the pay of, forces,
Yes.
News Limited /
Yes.
NRL, ARL / QRL / Country Rugby League forces.
Yes.
To get a result here.
Have we got to have a sort of free the Cummels, let the Cummels be Cummels movement, HG?
I think we do. And now the Australians have got the ball again, knocked over on the side edge. But oh, Lord.
Lord,
There's
who's
somebody-
that? Is that
somebody's-
Watmo involved? No, someone just as stupid.
Well,
Someone
who-
just as stupid.
No,
No, it
I
is
think it is
Watmo.
Watmo.
Oh, yes,
And
it's
he's
the
lost
master
his teeth.
of madness. There he is. Look at that.
That's well done, and I think that was the lad Colo got him again.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Am I right in
Now,
thinking
let's see
this-
what goes on here.
Colo,
HG. Oh,
lovely
nothing.
hit.
Just a
See?
slap around the face, wasn't it?
Well, everybody put their hand up to hit Watmo in the head, and so
Yeah.
somebody's finally done.
Oh,
That's a
no,
magnificent
well, not
tackle.
much
You wouldn't
in
see
that.
better. That's copybook tackle. Obviously Watmo ducked into it.
Yes. But here's where you get the pedal pop sticks up the nose, HG, to straighten the bone.
And
In the old days, at least. I mean, it's too sanitised now, isn't it? I
Well, it's
mean,
far
they
too
don't want to scare the
sanitised.
kids.
That we would, but at least Watmo's going to stay there.
Yeah.
and
I mean,
it'll be
gone are the
silly.
days when little kids would run around with paddle pop sticks up their nose saying, look at me, I've played rugby league. Don't see that anymore, do you?
You
More's
don't.
the
No,
pity.
they're going to do something here with
Yeah,
him.
they're putting paddle pop sticks
Oh,
up
no, they're
there,
going to pull
HG.
something out. They're getting a chicken's liver out of him.
What are
They
they
have.
doing in there? Leave his nose alone. What are they putting up there?
Well, this
Jenny's involved, isn't he?
Jenny's really right up, and he's very excited by this scoreline. Look,
What
they've
is he
held
interested
the
in?
Australia
Oh,
out.
what's
They've-
this? On report. My ass. Love tap.
On report.
Hate seeing Cummels on report.
Yeah.
Never goes their way. I mean, the whole world's stacked against the Cummels at this stage. What it is?
Well, away comes now Petro Siviacini. He looks as though he's going to hit the advantage line bum on then for a minute.
Constable Craig style. We
He
haven't
got-
seen
he
that
got-
for a while.
He got halfway round and couldn't go all the way. Back it comes Smith.
Smith. Oh, yeah. Look at
Yes,
this.
it's Thaiday with the ball.
Thaiday. God, they've kept Thaiday quiet, haven't
They've
they?
been incredible. I haven't seen him all afternoon. Watmo, on the other hand, has been a half a minute. Out wide
Here's
goes
Lockie.
Lockie.
Oh,
Lockie
look at
found the
that
run
dazzling
forward.
skill. Lewis.
Pass.
Look at Luke Lewis out there
He's had a good
standing with the
game.
centres. He has had a
Had
good game.
You
Luke
don't
Lewis.
often count Luke Lewis. He's
No.
bludgeoning out there in the centres, but chiming in nicely.
Yep.
They can't handle him out wide.
No.
Wade goes, knock on, surely. It's got to be a knock on, surely.
Look, I think they'll... Look,
Yeah,
yes,
thanks
it is a
very much.
knock-on. Well called, HG. Well called. I thought for a moment there that the
Sanity
cheating New Zealand referee was going to give that an Australian try.
How much would this referee...
That would have been the last straw.
Look, have a look here in replay there. Oh, it's got to be some sort of...
Look at that. Look at that.
Now, how much would the referee be paid by the ARL, QRL, NRL to fix this match right up? I mean...
Well, ladies, not a good, interesting question. I'm waiting for Four Corners to do a story on this, HG. I mean, they're doing a story on match fixing in cricket, I think, tomorrow night.
Cummels now with the ball on there.
Cummels, look at that. God, they have good coming out of their line.
They
don't
do. Parker with the ball now. Parker gets up and plays. Again, and Wade
Yep.
comes the
Everyone
ball into
wants to get
Wade.
involved.
They want to get
They
involved.
all
And that
showed the ball.
jinking run, I love that jinking run, and that's Yuri with
That's
the ball.
Yuri again.
Yuri, of course, he's
Yep.
a Pro League player, plays in Sheffield at the moment. Had plenty of runs on the boards in Super League up there. Almost a player there attacking the line. Bum on, might be Mark with the ball. It is Mark with the
Here's
ball.
Mark HG. That's his third touch of the ball for the game.
Lovely. Here's the kick coming on the fourth
It's a
tackle.
very good kick, too, from the very professional kicking.
That's a very good kick. Slater with with the ball now. Slater turns around. He decides to give it to Lottie.
Curie, yeah. What a mistake that was.
Oh, yeah, here it goes. He should have hung on to it. He's,
no.
yeah, they've still got a Tonga with the ball.
Now.
Tonga, he's just knocked over there by a terrific bustling defence.
Swarming Kumul defence.
Cooley knocked him over. Back it goes now to Petro. Petro charges up there, slap down. Get involved. He's Cooley, and they're forming up well now.
They have. It's nearly 6 minutes now. Actually, they've kept them scoreless.
I was just trying to point that out, Roy. I was just going to say 6 minutes, and they've got to try on the ball. Here's Tate. No one's talking Tate. Now they get it out to Morris. Morris steps inside. Surrender
tackle. Penalty. Tweet. Penalty.
Don't mind. No, you never get a New Zealand referee blow that. I haven't seen it ever in my life.
No.
Back it goes now to Thade.
God, they've kept him quiet.
No, incredibly quiet. They just grope around the back door, hoping somebody will come out and you can, go on with it. Back there's the kick.
Beautiful
tremendous
kick,
work.
Now, that was a white flag kick, wasn't it?
It certainly was. And there's somebody who's face painting. Isn't Australian face painting great?
Best in the world.
Best in the world.
Easy yardage here from the Kummels HG. I've got the feeling that in this arm wrestle, that the Kummels are starting to apply a little bit of pressure now.
Well, I think they've got the Australia nervous.
Yes.
And it'll take something from the referee to break this up to get some points on the board for Australia. But the Kummels are really standing up in the second half. 4 tackles gone now. We've played almost 7 minutes of the second half. No score. Game in 2 halves.
Little one out with their attack, H. Oh, no, this is interesting. Look at this.
They've come out to the card side. They've bounced off one. I think that might be...
Got the ball away,
Oh, Lockyer.
Half a break.
And I think that might be a handover, surely. One last tackle now.
Now, here comes the kick.
Here's a kick. There's a lovely
Very
kick.
professional.
Has he found a kick? No, kicked it straight down the throat of Takiri. Takiri looking for a runner to go with on the far side. Away.
Straight at Tonga. You wasn't really expecting it. Lucky to keep it within the playing service.
Slater now with the ball. Slater on Takiri. Takiri runs away from the card table side, but he meets a reception committee of Kummels, including, looks to be Cooley, who's doing a lot of work. He's
Cooley's good.
Getting through a ton of work in the second half.
Yeah, White Mo.
Lockie with the ball now. Lockie, it's still one out
here.
Siva, Cam Smith with the ball. Cam Smith going. No, he's dropping off the tackles.
Cam Smith, and I don't know why.
They tackles. That's better.
Put the
Take a bit of sting out. Cronk yelling instructions in Pigeon, putting the other balls offside.
Going the blind side. Forward.
They put you to try Australia there. They just threw the ball out. They didn't know what to do. No imagination attack, no flair. And now Stanley Janneh is ringing the changes on the sideline. Yep. More changes to come. Roy, it's been a fascinating second half.
It's been a great second half for the Kummels.
8 minutes with no score.
Yep.
8
Perfect.
minutes with no score.
And we've seen the Kummels very confident, moving the ball very, very nicely, kicking on the 5th tackle. The ball security has been good and their defence very tight.
And an update from Korea, red flag. Conditions are too dangerous. 4 laps gone, no changes to the order, the initial order. So obviously Vettel's still in front. Our boy Mark in 2. Yep. Away comes now from the scrum. After the
good scrum win there to the Kummels.
And now they're starting to find a bit of space, would you say, Roy?
Yeah.
Just
it looks like the Kangaroos are tiring a little bit, HG.
Well, eventually when you do get hit around the head as often as they have.
Yes.
I didn't like that tackle at all there.
No, nor did I. Very high from the Australians. I don't know why they're doing
Very
this.
Disappointing there. Poor coaching.
Oh, running at Lockyer.
They're really keen to run at Lockyer, and we've had 3 tackles in this set of 6. Their ball security in the second half has been superb.
Isn't it?
Superb.
Now look at this. Barging run there. Is that
That
Yuri?
is magnificent.
Is that Yuri again?
I'm pretty sure that's Yuri. And they're queuing up for work now, the Kummels. Here they come. Sadly,
bloody hell. I mean, yeah. You don't expect your number 1 ball handler to drop the ball cold like that, do you, HG? I mean, it doesn't do your team good at all. But then again, I don't know. They're at their best when adversity is at its strongest. These Kummels, aren't they? Look at that. He just took his eye off the ball. Yeah. He'd be disappointed with himself. I mean, he's let down his family and the nation. Yeah.
The coconuts.
Yep.
Obviously...
Tate with the ball there. Oh, they could run Tate out here. Oh, look at this.
Kummels! Come on,
I got the ball back.
That's fantastic.
Brilliant play by the Kummels.
They mozzed the Australians completely.
Kummels on attack. Kummels on attack. Anything can happen here. Look at this, getting away from one.
Oh, yes, now they've started to lift the effort, and he's trying to do
this
that peg-moving style.
Fourth
back it comes. They're running from dummy half now. They've got the ball away. Sanders gone by the fire, but they've got it back. They've held it up.
Tackle count should start again.
Yes, well done, Roy. Well called.
Geary with the ball.
Well, here comes now. They've got a chance here. First time we've seen an extended period in Australian territory for the whole game.
Yes, look at this. Trampling all over the Australians.
Oh, that lovely pickup, that smoothie silk pickup. I can look at that all day long. I mean, that's the Matt Preston of pickups, isn't it?
That's it. You're absolutely right. Let's go. Come on.
They've got a penalty. Yes.
Offside.
What?
No! What a clown!
Surprises there. What Mo? And beautifully refereed. I take it all back. Brilliant refereeing there from the New Zealand.
And they found touch with their kick, actually, very professionally. And the Kumuls find themselves for the first time
inside
9 metres away from glory.
Come on, Kumuls.
Let's go, come on.
Come on, Kumuls. Put it in. And everybody would be standing and cheering in Papua New Guinea, taking these magnificent pictures from Parramatta Stadium. Here they go. They're inside the 3 metres. They've got tackle of plenty.
Forward pass, I think actually forward pass. I mean, these technical bloody things. Who cares?
It's very.
Who cares? The Kumuls were attacking.
Very, very technical. I mean, this game's been ruined by
nitpicking.
Carping.
Yes.
Look at this.
There's nothing.
I mean, from our point of view, look at the pictures. I mean, we're watching on a monitor here and seeing it. From our point of view, it's a 3-quarter view.
Yes. You're right. There was nothing wrong with that puzzle. It was just beautiful attacking Kumul Rugby League. I mean, cut the blokes a little bit of slack if you wouldn't mind.
And now we see more changes on the sideline. Sheens is obviously worried.
Well, Sheens would be panicking. I mean, we've gone for 11 minutes, 30 seconds without an Australian point put on the board.
Absolute triumph. This is historic.
Yep. And the Kumuls have been within 9 metres. Just 9 metres.
And here's Petro with the ball. He's charging it up. They're still there. They're getting them up off the horizontal there.
Yep.
I think that might have been Azul helping out there from obviously the Goroka end of the
eye. Just what Mo involved. Look for something stupid. Oh, yes, there it is. Look at that. Stupid. Completely stupid. No surprises. What Mo involved.
Cam Smith, and away it goes. I can't quite see. Is that Pooh Boy?
That's the Pooh Boy, yes. The Pooh Boy's back out there.
Pooh Boy gets up and plays the ball.
Walking off the mark. Why isn't that a penalty?
I know. Here comes the kick now. And
Kronk. Pretty ordinary kick from Kronk. I mean, who's he kicked it to?
He's kicked it straight down the throat.
Straight to Tongia.
Yes, Tongia's
got some speed, this boy, isn't he?
Look at
Tongia go. And he's still going.
Shoulder charge there, knocked over by Australian. Probably what Mo involved there. That's his go. And now they've got a chance. They're opening them up. They're really working hard.
And showing the ball and showing all these magnificent rugby league skills.
It might have been the Pooh Boy who knocked him over.
Was it the Pooh Boy?
Yeah, Pooh Boy. Okay. But at least they've still got the ball.
Yes,
and now it's gone 12 minutes. 12 minutes, almost 13 minutes without an Australian point.
That's
the Australians will be devastated by this.
Look at this.
They're moving it wide.
Second man.
They're moving it wide. They're starting to spread the ball. They're getting their wings involved. Who've done bugger all. Didn't you say Mark had only touched it once in the whole afternoon?
No, he's going to pull that up as a knock on. Well, that is ridiculous. The bloke put it on the ground. Sure, he might have bumped it around a little bit. It looked a little bit bobbly, but he got his foot to it and it went backwards. I mean, these stupid technical little things.
Is that Griffin penalised? Let's have a look here.
Now, would you call that a knock on, HG? Not really. I mean,
look. Can I just say, if you want to tweet, you want to be on television. The only way to get on television is tweeting.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, I'm telling you, this New Zealander should be in a bloody cage with a parrot suit on. The amount of bloody tweeting that's going on. And it's getting up my wick.
Yeah, fair enough. Australians with the ball. They've got a chance now. Out it goes to
Luke
Lewis.
Score here,
Lewis has got the ball. They knocked him over. That's great defence there from the Kumuls. They're 6s and 7s now. Now's the difficulty for the Kumuls. They can see a line here. Away it comes to Kronk. Kronk shows the ball. On to Lockyer. Lockyer goes wide looking for Slater. Slater passes it over to Morris. Morris tried to get him. Terrific Kumul defence. Unbelievably stoic on the line of defence there. It comes back to Slater. Slater on to Lockyer. Lockyer now looking for a run. He's found Big Petro. Big Petro. They'll have trouble putting Petro away. For God's sake, don't give it to Watmo. Don't give it to Watmo. That'll be the worst thing you can do right now. On to Cam Smith. Cam Smith goes the other way away from the card table. They've held him
over the line.
Yes,
no, he's got it down. He's got it down. You'd have to give that as a try.
There they come. Now the damn wall's broken.
But I tell you what, 12 and a half minutes, HG, didn't they?
15
minutes they went.
So that was Smith.
Yeah, Smith.
In the 55th minute.
He didn't deserve it. They didn't deserve it.
They just had a moment of lapse there, so it's 30-0.
Yeah. Well, they got so excited by their attack, HG, that defence was all of a sudden strange again.
I know, it just seems strange.
Whereas in the first half, attack seemed strange. And defence was familiar.
Well, look, can I just say...
It's hard juggling those two things, though, isn't it, sometimes? You know, you've got attack in mind, and then suddenly defence looms up.
Can I
You've got
say
defence
that's
in
the
mind,
art of
suddenly
the
attack.
game?
Yeah, I know.
You know, your great teams tend to be able to marry those two things together.
Yeah, that's true.
Look, can I just say how proud I am in the second half of
Yes.
that this is the first points.
Yeah.
But, you know, for the
15 minutes.
history of Kumuls and,
That 15 minutes, HG, of stoic defence from the Kumul.
you know, I saw
That will be the stuff of legend.
It will. In the Highlands, they'll say, remember the first 15 minutes, Four
Yes.
Nations, 2010?
15
People are
minutes.
just
We
told.
hold them. We hold them.
I know.
We hold them 15.
We
hold them 15!
throw him away head,
Yeah.
we hold them 15.
Yeah.
You know, it's a magnificent story,
is.
and a story will grow.
It will grow.
The 15 minutes will become 18,
Yes.
and then it'll become 20, 22, 25,
That's
27,
right.
28.
And
Soon
then it'll become we held them for 15 years.
Cam Smith with a kick from just in front of the card table here.
He hasn't been very good this side, has he? Smith?
No, he's been found wanting. The conditions aren't great though for kicking.
Yeah.
The kick, not a bad kick, and it's going to go.
Oh, no, that's gone through.
I reckon that hit the top of the.
It did hit the stick.
Yeah, but it went through on the right side. So sadly, the score now is 32-0 in the 56th minute.
Yeah. But there's more rugby league to come, HG.
Well, there's a lot more rugby.
You know, it's not over yet.
No.
You know.
Well, I suppose,
And
I
again,
was trying to
Takiri was involved. He didn't have to be there. Getting in the way, stopping some of the defenders. Look at Tate.
Yeah.
He's been in the game of rugby league, hasn't he, Tate?
He has. That lovely spit that he gave there. Hang on, here's trouble.
Oh, did that go out in
Here's
the full?
trouble.
Oh, it did.
Oh, I thought it
It was
bounced.
a cutting kick-off, but it went out on the full.
They were trying to do something different,
Yes.
and they did do something different.
Yeah.
Something that, though you don't see that often.
Penalty to the Australians by the looks. Look at this.
Oh,
God, it's a game of millimetres sometimes.
It is, isn't
HG
it?
rugby league?
Oh.
Okay, so the Kummel's going to be under the pump again in their own 20 metres
Well, through a stupid
in
mistake,
their red zone.
trying a short kick off never works, does
Never
it?
works. No, I've never seen it.
And here
Okay,
they
who's that out there now? That looks like someone new, actually. Shillington.
Shillington.
Shillington's out there.
Yeah,
Okay,
sure, that's
and he's Pooh Boy.
Here's Pooh Boy with the ball.
Yeah.
He'll be doing a demonstration in the car park afterwards if somebody was finding work.
Okay.
Back it comes now.
That's how they do it.
That's
how
right.
to do it.
Now,
Oh,
this
look
is
at this.
Gidley, I think the 17's
Yes,
out
Gidley's out there. She's added a little bit of spark to the Australian attack.
there. Yeah, a bit of a touch
Here's
up there.
Lockyer involved.
And now, obviously, back to the one you called earlier.
Shillington.
Yep. So the
At least they've
Australians have another
they've got
chance.
that clown Watmo off.
Yeah, I think they have.
Oh, what a pity.
Yeah.
I love it when Watmo's out there.
Well, I'm not completely convinced by that, but I suspect they have. I'll look along the bench when I get a chance.
Yeah. Well, let's start calling Shillington Watmo anyway.
There's a good
Why don't
kick
we do
there.
that?
Oh, yes, a beautiful.
Oh, well done, Kumals. Defused that.
Oh, gee, and who he got the ball away from Billy Slater.
Slater, yeah.
Who looks a bit hurt. Yeah, that was.
Might have dislocated his shoulder in that movement, Slater. Still, that won't hold him up.
Look, can I just say what a terrific triumph this is for Papua New Guinea rugby. Look
Yeah.
at this. It's
Yeah.
got all the skills. Something seen in the NRL.
Yeah.
There it is. Fantastic
Beautiful.
defence and just great work there.
Yeah.
Who's that? Probably was that Yuri doing
No,
that?
I think it was Yuri HG. Yeah, Yuri was involved. Hasn't Yuri done a lot today?
Well,
I mean, he's written his name in history, hasn't he?
He
Yuri?
has. And look, you think of your great battles because
Yeah.
that's what we're looking at here.
Yeah.
Overwhelming odds.
Yeah.
As we see the kick-off restart.
45-metre drop kick.
And remember that...
Here's the new Watmo bringing the ball up, HG. God, he looks stupid, doesn't he? I mean, you can change the bloke's jumper, it doesn't change the bloke, does it?
He goes to Pooh Boy with the ball. And remember that there's 8 minutes been played in the second half. Sorry, 18 minutes played in the second half. The Australians have only scored one try.
once, yep.
Imagine that. If we were here, if you said to me at the start of the half
Forward
time,
pass.
here comes Tate, no, not Tate, Watmo.
That's Watmo!
Watmo.
He
doing
is
something.
out there!
Yeah.
I knew there was something stupid about this team!
Oh,
Look here! Well, he's joined Kenny Irvine as the scorer of most tries at international level for the Kangaroos.
Is that right?
Goes ahead of him. I think he might be the
most scored.
most.
Would they know that, Roy, or should we shout out, "Hey, Lockie, you've got the record!" And look at his ear.
Yeah.
That's what I love, an
I
ear
love
like
that
that.
too, yeah.
As we see
Now, that was a forward pass for mine to
Yeah,
Watmo.
well, and Watmo should
It was
have stopped.
Watmo's fault, too.
Can I just say, also, if Watmo, as we watch the try and replay, and
Yeah.
Johnny on the spot there,
Yeah.
Ken Irvine now down Lockie in the last try.
Yeah.
Can I just say, if Watmo had any sporting bone in his body, he would have stopped and said, "Ref, forward pass."
Forward pass.
He would have tweeted
I
himself.
was offside. I was deliberately offside. Give him a penalty.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, that's what Watmo should have said. But you're going to get any common sense from Watmo? I don't think so.
Now we've played 60 minutes and the score is now 36. And they've only been able to add 10
Yes.
in the second half.
With two
it's
maybe
a
to
triumph.
come. Yeah.
Well, I'm not worried about that. I'll wait and see with the kick.
Yeah.
Well, the triumph of Kumul, Papua New Guinea Rugby League is writ large here.
Yes.
Holding the greatest team in the world, the greatest team ever assembled anywhere on the planet, to 10 points in the second half.
Yeah.
Is tremendous.
Look at that test
34.
try, actually. Look at that 34.
Oh, it's just
Some
such an
people thought
exciting
that'd
game.
be, that's the Everest. Kenny Irvine, what a great winger he was. Kenny Irvine,
Right.
God almighty.
There's the kick. It's 38-0.
It's the King of Kokoda and Port Moresby's Mr. Rugby League, Roy and HG, here on Triple M.
And so we
Yeah,
see
we
this
see
keeping the
it,
ball
yeah.
alive here, and Lockie goes
Lockie
over. Very
goes in.
soft defence there. All the defence was consumed on the
I mean,
trying to hold
remarkable
on.
record. I mean, when you look at Kenny Irvine, actually, a great winger. I mean, Kenny Irvine scored 33 tries at international level, but that was only in one match. I mean, here's Lockie. He's played, the best part of 50?
50, I'd say. And
Yeah.
we're underway again with the ball. That's a better kick-off. I don't know why they went that short rubbish. The game that try, they'd hurt you off a short kick-off. Ah, that's better.
That's Pooh Boy put on his back door.
Away comes now. As
What?
they get, he almost did something stupid, but he didn't. And now they're charging up again, and plenty of players involved in this little passage with the number 17, Gidley, I think, with the ball
Yeah,
now.
Gidley. Very
Gidley
hard to
plays
put
it
down
back to
Gidley.
Cam Smith. Cam Smith goes away
Here's
from the
Watmo again. Expect some madness to erupt.
Well,
Well, it
it'll be-
almost did when he was trying.
he was trying to. Well, I won't say he was trying. He just had a brain explosion.
Yeah.
Didn't know where he was.
Is this Thaiday?
Thaiday, God, they've kept him quiet.
Haven't they kept him quiet?
Unbelievably quiet.
Thaide's been, that was just, a 40-metre run, but that's about the only...
Thing he's done all afternoon.
Yes.
Here they go again, and away it comes now. It looks like everybody's queuing up. That's a great tackle
That's
there.
beautiful tackle there.
That's magnificent cover defence. And away it comes to Cronk. Cronk decides to kick. He's got the ball up in the air. Plenty of players out here to defuse it, though.
Oh, yes. Beautiful. Morris pushed out on the full, and he might have been in the air when he caught the ball, and
he's
it
got a
might be a
penalty.
penalty to Australia here, HG, because
Yes.
theoretically you've got to wait till they touch the ground.
Well,
I mean,
can-
I don't agree with that.
Can
It's
I
one of those
just say-
technical things again?
Can I just say, I suspect he was out,
Of course he was out.
and...
And once a bloke's out, I mean, you can do what you like to him. can't
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Look, here he is.
you?
He
You're
goes.
genuinely going for the ball.
Yeah, yeah.
There's
there.
nothing wrong with that.
I think he was out. Where he landed was out.
No.
Lord, they've ruined this match.
They
as a
have
spectacle, the
ruined this
referees.
match.
It was so good until the referees turned
Yeah.
up.
Yep.
And wait comes now. The Australians have another chance to post more points here. It's Big
Shillington.
Dave Shillington.
Yeah.
The coal farmer from, obviously Big Dave Taylor country. And away it comes now on the way
they're
from the
lining up
Carto
here.
Cronk.
Where's Takiri
here's
behind to
Takiri.
stop from here?
No, they stopped him well.
They did stop him beautifully.
Bloke picked him up and held him as Wade comes back a little bit
Cronk.
deeper now, trying to get a bit of a run on here. And the 13
This is
there's
Gallen, HG, Gallen.
Gallen held up. Great tackle there. Great defence. They're
Yep.
using up a lot of energy in the defence, though. Gallen with the ball. Play the ball. Away to Cam Smith. Cam Smith goes
they
to
come
Cronk.
back.
Cronk.
Oh, Takiri, what a clown.
Surely that's a knock on, though.
No,
There'll
it went
be a
back. It
hand
did
in
go
there.
backwards. I mean, had I been blowing the whistle, I'd have called it a knock on.
Well, okay. Look, I just think, it had to be a knock on. Anyway,
Yeah.
back to the game.
Yeah,
And,
Thaiday. God almighty, he's been kept quiet.
And I've got a crowd statistic of
Yeah.
11,300. I don't believe that for a minute. I think there's 44,000.
You mean 111,308?
Exactly. That's better. Up it goes again. Here's the trouble. It's going to get diffused. To the...
Oh, no. Butchered by the Australians.
113,000.
113,308.
It's just a hell of a crowd.
It is a hell of a crowd.
And haven't they made some noise? They've loved this match of rugby league.
Yeah.
38
There's
nil.
Watmo, actually. God almighty, he's even stupid sitting down, doesn't he? Bloke can't help it, I suppose.
But Kummel's on the side edge. Oh, almost a knock on there, but he recovered well.
Yeah.
Back it comes now. Oh, look, they take 3 or 4 out. Now they should have some space here.
Yeah,
somewhere.
we've not seen that quick play the ball from the
No.
Cummels that we naturally expect with their exuberant style.
And
And
there's
now
a
they're
lot,
sort of standing around, not knowing even when they get the ball that they
which way they should
forward
go.
is.
Yeah, that's right. They've lost their compass. They've radar's shot. And away it comes now. Now they're doing a bit better. When they come out on this wing, the card table, well, he's lost the ball in the tackle.
No, I hope no one saw that. No, he's kept on to it.
Well done. I know he has.
Oh, come on.
Technical
Nothing in it.
Nitpicking.
This technical bloody bullshit they go on
Here's
with.
Jenny getting involved. He's up. Look, watch this. Sure, technically it's
It was
correct. What
torn
happened
out of
to
his
the strip?
hand. What about a strip? 3 men in the tackle. 1 Kumal.
You know, I never thought I'd say this, but, the Australian cheating has just been...
Oh, it's writ large.
It's writ large. It's beyond belief.
Beyond belief.
you expect it to be a fair game. Watmo put his hands up, said forward pass. Yeah, that's the sort of sportsmanship.
Yeah.
This is the Australian cricket team, the equivalent of the Australian cricket team in India.
Yeah.
Fact.
Well,
And,
I wouldn't blame the Kumuls if they just gave up. They just said,
They got the ball
right.
back. They're not giving up, Roy. There might only be 16 more minutes to go if I've got the temperature right, if I've got that number right. But they're not giving up. They're playing this out. They're leaving everything out here. Sadly, the balls are so slow. That
So
the
slow, yes.
Australians get...
Well, why aren't the referees protecting our Kumuls in these play-the-ball areas?
Well, he's New Zealand, of course. That's why he's not... Oh, they're
They're showing the ball. I love that.
Oh, and he's lost the ball. Thaiday. God, haven't they kept Thaiday quiet? They had to give him the ball. No,
Oh,
they got the ball
Thaide's
back.
lost it.
One-on-one strip.
Oh, this is beautiful.
That's okay.
Now, hang on.
Oh,
what?
Hey.
A Kumul gets the ball back, so what happens? Tweet! Parrot boy decides, oh no, we can't have any advantage to the Kumuls. Well, I mean, it just makes me sick. He's trying to curry favour with the Australian Rugby League.
It is. Watch this. That's not a knock on. His knees on Keller went behind him.
Yeah.
Came out of his back door.
Yes. Well, Gidley, look at Gidley. I mean, what's happened there?
I don't know.
He's met a Kumul, that's what's happened. That's what happens when you meet the Kumuls. You come off part of your red. Usually
Now,
it's a bit of your head.
Sadly, this bloke here attacked an Australian with his head. No surprise there.
No.
But he's got a head still there, and he's hardly hurt at all. Whereas
Yeah.
poor old... Oh, no, he's hurt. Yeah. He's
Yeah.
got a bit of claret,
Yeah.
and they'll have to touch him up too.
Yeah, he looks like he had a few stitches in his cheek there, HG. But of course, this will be a badge of honour that he wears when he goes home.
Yes. And 38-0. Roy, when we started today, obviously a couple of hours ago, did you think in any way that it would end up so close?
No, I didn't, HG. As I said to you privately before we came on air, if they can keep the Australians to under 200, I'd be very happy. And it looks like they're going to do that with some degree of comfort, doesn't it?
And Kumuls now with the ball deep in their territory. They try to run it out. Oh, now, here...
Yes.
Okay, they should have some space there because so many players are in the tackle, but they're all standing
they're
around
all
as well.
standing around in a bunch,
They're
HG,
talking about
yeah.
pig markets, cocoa, the price, etc.
Yeah, it looks like Gallen went in with a punch there too.
Well, they've just got
missed by the referee, naturally enough.
up the ante here a bit as the Kumuls run the ball back. And I love that 2 and 3 of Australians in there.
Yeah.
Weight comes
Looks like
now.
Leroy Lars involved.
Oh, magnificent!
A dummy thrown from dummy half.
Sadly, the dummy went too quick.
Yeah,
Got to wait till
fooled
they
everyone.
One, including himself. There's the kick. Has the kick done anything? Oh, no. Oh, it's all
It's
right.
not
I
a bad
suppose.
kick.
Yeah. He obviously wants to tie up his shoelaces.
Yeah.
And now he ambles up. He gets it back to Morris.
Morris.
Oh, beautiful work there from the Kumul defence.
Yeah.
And in particular, the number 5, Riong.
Yeah.
Now,
Looks like Gallen running
Gallen
the ball
with
up.
the ball.
Gallen's been very involved. Hasn't
He has. He's had a good game, Gallen.
I mean,
Very good game.
there's something wrong with the Kangaroos when Gallen is the playmaker. It looks like the Kumul defence is starting to tire a bit, HG.
They're
Easy
running out of
yardage to be
ideas.
found now for these cheating Kangaroos.
knock on.
Just threw the ball forward. Should be
well, it's-
penalised for being stupid.
Hand over there should be sent off. Not
Sent
being
off
able-
for being
yes,
stupid. Thank you. Yes.
Now, they've got a chance to maybe make them. Wouldn't it be great to see them burst through here and score? I mean,
Well,
we've
that
got
would be
13
unbelievable, wouldn't it?
13 minutes and now going wider there. Oh, more showing the ball out. He comes inside.
Dummy's there.
A bit
Full
hard.
lock here.
Thaiday wraps him up, haven't they kept Thaiday quiet?
Yeah, very quiet.
Now it's coming towards the card table side. They get into Lockyer territory, and this is Griffin with the ball.
Yeah.
He's knocked over by quite
Griffin's
a reception.
been quite good, hasn't he?
He has.
Almost professional.
Stylish. And for an amateur, he's almost professional. Here's the bloke with the white boots.
Yes.
He's got it up to, I think, the 40-metre line.
Yes, they've
This
done well, haven't they?
Yes, and now they can get it into their half. Here they come into the half. Yes, they're into the half.
They're making a lot of easy yardage out of dummy half, HG,
Yeah.
these Kumuls, aren't they? Now let's see what their tactical kick is. Oh, yes, just a chip over the top.
Oh, yeah,
yes.
but they haven't got the chase quite
No.
worked out. They need to get the chase up
Oh,
further. Here's
Don't
Slater,
argue
is
from
it?
Slater. They've caught
Oh,
Slater, though.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
yes,
very good.
ragdolled him.
Yes, that's
Oh,
very
yes,
good.
take that, Billy Slater.
That's very good. Of course, they didn't quite have the chase worked out. Maybe they didn't know the kick was going to
No,
go.
they probably didn't.
And
Fifth tackle,
Morris-
who'd kick, I mean.
Is this Morris with the ball?
It might have been Morris with the ball, actually, yes. And this is Luke Lewis, I think. at the
I
moment.
think Luke Lewis has been the best player.
He has been, hasn't he?
On
Man.
either side.
Yeah, yeah.
White goes to Gidley with the headgear on.
Here's
now
Leroy
comes-
Lars.
Now he's back on there. He's a tricky customer, and
Yeah.
they're coming late to get him.
Oh,
And
he's
lost
lost the ball. Knock on. Thank you very much.
As
Scrum
he-
set down. Kumul fade. Let's go, Kumuls.
What's the
Thank
cry
you.
again, Roy? Let's go, come on! Now, career update.
Yes.
If the rain doesn't stop very soon, they'll call the race off.
Oh, I don't know
and
what to say
Webber
to
would
that.
stay.
14 points ahead.
Correct.
Thank you.
Boot barbecues, here we come. And look, I know the conditions are a bit inclement, but there is a meeting of the Mark Webber Boot Barbecue
who's that
chapter
stupid
after.
bloke? Oh, that
it's
Watmo, I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to get inside that. No, unsavoury to think what he's doing in there, and with his penis gourd on, allowing for the expansion and contraction that's a natural ebb and flow, as Roy points out, of a game of rugby league. Then
Now,
here's a chance.
Cummels are in control here, aren't
Yes,
they?
they've somehow this game's turned around. They've found a way in the back end of both halves
Yeah.
to exert some authority.
They have.
We've got 11 minutes to go.
They're coming home, they've got wind in their sails, actually, these Cummels. Let's see what they
And
can put
that
on.
silky smooth pickup.
Silky smooth.
It's one of the most delightful pickups in World Rugby League.
I think it's the best pickup at dummy half in rugby league at the
Here
moment.
they
for
come
Cummels.
now. Cummels, they've got a couple of tackles to do something here.
Yeah,
come
come
on,
on,
Cummels.
Cummels.
Let's go, Cummels. Here they come now. They don't want to get too close to the sideline. They've got the ball back.
No, knocked on, I think, actually.
yeah,
Knocked on.
Yes, good to see Tongia getting involved late.
Yeah,
And sadly knocked on. They're defusing or butchering a try.
yes.
And,
they just lack a little composure, don't they, at times?
They do. Well, they
Gee,
get
these
excited.
kids are enjoying themselves, actually. I mean, they're just loving their rugby league, aren't they?
They are. They love
There's
their
nothing
rugby
like wearing a poncho sitting in the cold.
and the rain.
Look at the back of Watmo's head. Nothing like that. What a great afternoon.
It's a fact.
Saw something really stupid today, Mum and Dad. What? Watmo's head. There it is.
Now, what have we got? A scrum here with a feed. We haven't got enough players to form the scrum by the looks.
No.
We kind of
What, the Cummels
dragging
have
a
decided
couple.
not to turn up for the scrum, actually?
Yeah, a couple of people have jumped the fence to get involved in the scrum because they could see the obvious problem and they read it very well. And congratulations to them. They'll be signed up as full professional players in the Commonwealth Rugby League team once they get home. Okay, now we've got 65-35. There's the tail, Roy,
Yeah.
in terms of possession.
Yes.
Away it goes on the far side there. Looked like Leroy Lars with the ball. Very good play.
Well, they've
Leroy
worked out
Lars.
a way of tackling Leroy Lars, haven't they?
Well, they've got
2 up
12.
the top, 4 down the bottom.
And here's a break now. It's gone through. Gallen's been playing very well,
He
too.
has,
Very
hasn't
strong
he?
on that side there.
Yeah.
Both they've been a handful out there for the Cummels.
Yeah, the Cummels are really backing off now. They're starting to
Let
want,
'em
I
run.
think, for fitness, HG.
Yes, well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I think playing at lower altitudes buggered them completely.
Yeah.
They're okay. The higher. There's a kick over the prop. Chicken chase.
Oh, well done,
no.
Cummels.
Yeah, wow.
Still, they diffused what potentially could have been a difficult circumstance for them. So it's going to be another
You
drop
know,
kick.
What Takiri's shown today, do you think Sheens does play favourites, puts in Takiri instead of Darius Boyd? Because I reckon Darius Boyd would have got several tries here.
Yes, he probably
And
would have
Takiri,
done.
from my notes, I haven't got all the notes,
Yes.
but I don't think he's got one. Oh, he's got one.
Well, Takiri has butchered a couple of tries.
He's butchered
hasn't he?
several,
He's been and for a winger, he's been in the wrong position a couple of
He
times.
comes
hasn't
drifts
he?
into
Yeah.
the centres a bit too much for
Yeah.
my liking. Especially when Morris, if
Yeah.
that's the person on his side,
Yeah, Slippery's boy.
throws the ball out there and he's not there to snare it.
Yeah.
And we're underway again with
Here's Luke
Lewis.
Lewis bringing the ball
Lewis, easy yards
Easy
there,
yard.
jinking run, knocked over on the Triple M sign.
Look at this walking off the mark. I hate that.
Here, oh no, they got something here. It'll be an offside.
Now, if they ping the Cummels for offside, then that's appalling because he moved 4 or 5 metres off the mark on his knees.
Now, we've got it. They're inside with about 20 metres to go to the line, and Cam Smith plays the ball back to Cronk. Cronk brings it over to Lockyer. Lockyer moves it back to Slater. Slater looking for a way through. He's found somebody. Surrender
tackle.
Send him off.
Penalty.
You know, they'll never penalise that because it's a New Zealand referee. What do we expect?
Yeah, now
Away
where's
goes on the far
Takiri
side.
now?
Takiri's got the... Oh, I think he's
Maybe
got it down.
need.
No,
No,
he's
it's
just
not
short.
there. Too
Brilliant
short.
defence.
Oh, no. What's the point of going to the... Oh, bloody hell. If this is a try, I'll scream.
Well, he seemed to get it down and then pull it back.
He did pull it back.
Let's
Now,
have a
let's
look.
see if he does get it down over the line. No, he drops it. He's dropped it.
He's before the line,
Before
too.
the line. It's a knock-on.
Oh,
Scrum,
no,
please. 10 metre. Oh, gee, there's a nice swinging arm there. Who was that, AC? Was that our mate Tongia?
I think it might be. Here he comes in. It might be the 13.
no. It
The
might,
13, is it?
Might be the
12.
12, yeah.
Oh, well, that's Loco.
That's Loco, David
Loco by
Loco.
name, Loco by nature. Have a look at this. This is kids.
Well,
Get
look at this,
involved in
kids. This is
This
how you
gets
do it. See ahead,
what's
water. Well, that's...
Head hunting. That's your Cummel style.
Yeah.
And I would be surprised if Tonga knows where he is, or Tonga knows where he is.
Well, let's hope it's not
let's
a try.
ho-
Anyway,
yeah,
let's
it's
hope
not
justice is done here. Yeah,
Yes!
no try. Yes,
That's
you
better.
beauty.
Scores 38-0 still.
Good, and no penalty to Australia for that Kummel indiscretion?
No, of course
good.
not.
Well, why would there be?
Look at that. That's fantastic. There, that's what
Yeah.
rugby league's all about.
While the intent was there, HG, the technique wasn't quite right because he missed, didn't he?
He did. Well, he shouldn't have got up. You know, a lot of those,
Yeah.
you know, close ones like that, they don't get up.
Yeah.
You know, if the force is applied correctly,
Yes.
they're out for the count. Now, here's
Okay,
this
good
scrum
Kummel
was-
feed. Here we go. Kummels!
Come on, they've got a long way to go. They've got 80 minutes and they've got 7 minutes to get there.
Yeah.
And so far, nobody...
They're still full of running, though, aren't they,
They
in
are,
in
terrific.
attack?
And the thing is, if I've only got a slight criticism of it, they haven't spread it wide enough.
No, they haven't. They haven't.
haven't.
And look at this interference by Lewis here in the play the ball. I mean, it's just appalling
See,
what they're getting away with, these Kangaroos.
Their natural thing is to want to run inside. Which
Yeah.
is the wrong way, really.
Well, the play the ball is being held up all the time, HG, so they're forced to go inside.
There's the kick. The kick down right down to Slater. Slater's got the ball. He's running back. He's got up another halfway. Oh, magnificent defence. Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. And guess who's involved again?
Loco, yes.
Didn't have
good.
room to swing the arm.
No.
A lot he
Bit
gets the
cramped
ball.
for arm room, swinging room. Takiri has not scored today. She's the only back not to have scored a try.
Oh, thanks, Dan on the sideline there. I
Yes.
missed that. I thought he might have got one.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, beautiful
that's
tackle
great.
there.
Oh, now where's their follow-up? That follow-up getting Gidley. Gee, they hate Gidley, don't
They
they?
do hate Gidley.
That was great work from the
Yeah.
number 4, Yeri.
That was Yeri, Menzi Yeri.
Oh, he
the one
slipped
we're all
over the
talking
wrong
about.
time. Thaiday. Haven't they said Thaiday quiet?
He's whisper quiet, hasn't he,
Yeah,
Thaiday?
he's out
He's been out there all the
No,
time.
he hasn't. He's a ghost, really.
Yeah, right.
He turned up to get the check and then left.
Yeah, Leroy Lars. I mean, they're leaving his legs alone. That's it.
That's better.
That's it. You've got to get him around the legs, that big bloke.
So they've got 15 metres or thereabouts, maybe 14 metres to go for another try. Australia. On to Darren Lockyer. Darren up over the top there. Deep fuse.
Oh, beautifully
Darren,
done.
Come on, Cummels. Just take
Beautifully diffused Kummels. Perfect.
Here it comes now. She's running on
he
inside.
went the wrong way.
Middle-y, I haven't got
And look
much
at this
room to
holding down in the play the ball. That's what the referee is ignoring.
Of course it is. I just hope Roy Master...
Well, hang on. Did he kick the
he
ball
knocked-
there,
well,
actually?
he
What
might have
happened?
kicked it. They got
Looks
the
as if
ball
he
anyway.
tooled it ahead or something. Is he wearing a gourd?
He's got a... obviously it was expanded
Yes.
inside the gourd. So it just bounced off it.
Yeah, right.
Now the Australians got a chance here to go forward, but they don't seem to... It's a bit one out from the Australians here. I hope Sheens isn't expecting them. Oh, no, they get the ball away to Cam Smith. Cam Smith, now they've got trouble here. Out it goes to Croc.
Oh, too easy. Yes, Tom.
Takiri involved.
Too easy. No, Takiri wasn't there. I don't know where Takiri was, HG. Looks as if he changed his postal address there for a little while.
So Tonga, in the 76th minute, as the game is grinding to a halt, takes the score to 42-0. Roy. Obviously,
Oh,
away
well,
possession
just...
late in the match.
Yeah. I think the Kummels have been exhausted trying to get up to play the ball. That's what's worn them out.
They're not used to that style. Normally they're...
No, because normally there's someone out there with a whistle who stops an opponent doing that to you.
That's true.
I mean,
that's true.
You turn every play the ball into a Greco-Roman wrestle,
And
then it's going to affect you.
correct.
And with
It'll wear
rugby
you
league,
out, Roy.
with
It'll
rugby
wear you
league,
out.
I want the same rules to apply to one side as the other. And at the moment, the rules are only applying to the Kummels, not applying to the Australians at all.
No. Now, look, tomorrow when you read the match reports of this match, what are you expecting to see? Obviously...
Kummels robbed.
Yeah. Is that your headline?
Yes, that's my headline.
And-
Kummels robbed, cheating, massive investigation. Whatever this event is called, Four Nations called off
Until...
because of statutory abuses by officialdom.
And are Bib involved? As we see.
Well, our bib would have to get involved.
Now, Cam Smith, to convert this to take the score to 44-0. He's had a mixed day with the boot.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with the tee.
He's been all right from this side.
Yes.
Oh, no, this is the side he can't do.
He hit the top of the
Yeah,
goalpost
he did.
before.
He
There's
did.
another kick. He's going for
No,
the
it's a
top
wobbler.
again. No, sadly missed. So the score remains 42-0.
This is Bone Through Nose, Gourd on Slug, and an axe at the back door. It's Kummel Rugby League on Triple M.
And so we're back into the dying last few minutes of this match. We hope to be able to squeeze these in between now and the top of the hour. We should be able to do that okay because we're up to 77 and we only have to bar 2 and...
It's going to be a close run thing, isn't it, to field our commitments at 2 minutes to 6, but that's Eastern Standard Summertime.
We're underway, though, and it's a
But
kick-off.
I think the Australian people actually would have fallen in love, though, with these crazy Kummel guys.
Well,
You have to, wouldn't you?
You would. Okay, let's go through the positives as we watch the match wind down.
Yeah.
Brilliant, use of the swinging arm.
Yes.
Brilliant, sadly.
Hang on, what's going on here? What's that about? What's that about? A penalty for what? Being a Kummel?
Yeah, no, pulling him by the ear. Stanley Jello.
Pulling him by the ear, there was no ear involved.
There's the
Lord.
kick anyway. So they found touch.
You're asking the Kummels to betray their instinct. If they see an ear, they're going to tug it.
Well, or bite it.
Or bite it, yes.
Trying to get more points here. Quick play the balls. All the quick play the balls have come from the Australians.
Yes.
And this is the big boy going up there now. I think it might be
Is that
Leroy
Leroy
Lars.
Lars?
He's played very well.
Well,
And,
he's been a difficult customer, hasn't he?
Oh,
no, go on with it.
That's fantastic.
Hang on, this is good.
That's Aiton
Oh, this
there.
is good.
Aiton, it's terrific. It's exploded. It
Yeah,
won't surprise me to see
okay.
somebody come in with an axe here or a big stone.
Yes.
They've got them on the sidelines. They're just near us. We've been looking after them all afternoon. If they want them, they're quite here to come and get them.
Right.
And so now he's got a difficult task here.
Oh, he'll just get big Leroy Lars to play the ball, won't he? And let's forget about it. Move on.
I think you're absolutely
Or
right.
penalise the Kummels for being Kummels again. They've been doing that all bloody day.
And so
But I
there's
tell you what, the people back home would be loving it if a stink happened.
well, they've got a minute
Yeah.
to stack it on because
Yeah.
they'll only have another 6 minutes or so to see it out. That
Yeah.
would be. I think the crowd are wanting more.
They will be wanting more. But
They're
I tell you what, a lot of
sensing
these Kummels will be thinking, all right, this is game one. We might meet these blokes in the final.
Yeah, there's obviously two other nations involved, New Zealand and England.
Yeah, well, England you can forget about.
Yes, true.
There you go.
True. And here's Petro lumbering
back
up.
on, yeah.
Yes, he's knocked over there, took three of them to put him down. And now it's about 12 metres to go. They're into the last minute here. I think we're going to make our commitments okay, Roy.
Yes,
our
I think
international
so.
commitment.
Oh, Lockie
yes.
there.
Oh, he was. Oh, gee. That was
I thought he
odd.
wanted to go on
didn't
with it.
like- I've never seen him do that
No.
before. And, of course, he's got the try-scoring record.
Yes.
And he plays to Cam Smith now. Cam Smith had to do it pick-and-go style. Oh, knock
beautifully.
on.
Come on, Kummels.
Kummels have got
They
what the
could have
best
spread the ball quickly there, AC. Look at this
They've
holding
got-
down. Look at this.
They've only got
story
20
of the
seconds to
game.
go. Come on. Keep it going, Kummels. You've got 20 seconds. 15 seconds. Oh, no, it's going to snuff
Who's
out.
going to put their hand up here and say, let's go, Kummels?
Here we go. Sadly, that's knocked it over. There's only about 8 seconds to
Look
go.
at this interference. Constant interference in the play of the ball.
It is over now, and there's a final, what we call knock-on. Oh, it's a bit of a how-to do.
Oh, hello.
Yeah,
The
to get
stink
involved.
might be- Oh,
yes, that's
hello.
better.
Hello.
The crowd sensing
Leroy
something.
Lars, you're making a big mistake there, boy.
So it's 42-0 full time. Let's see, in the second half, Smith on the 55th minute mark, Lockyer on the 63rd minute mark. Cam Smith kicked 5 from 8 for the afternoon. Full time 42-0. Roy, some thoughts?
Great game of rugby league, great exhibition of international rugby league. Full marks to the Kummels for turning up, but the refereeing is going to have to be given close scrutiny and examination.
So there it is, league lovers. This leg of your Four Nations cracked, boxed and buried. The tune 42-0. Congratulations, skipper Darian Lockyer. Congratulations, Coach Sheens. Congratulations, Kangaroos. On behalf of our sponsors and UNICEF, we hope you've enjoyed this coverage of the Four Nation Clash. Enjoy the rest of the series. Who knows when we'll see Reggae League like this again. As we sign off from Parramatta Stadium, we remind you that Triple M is League. Bye now.